You are now listening to Nerd Rage Radio with Bobby Skullface and Adam Russman. This podcast is intended for mature audiences only and may not fit with your sensitive sensibilities. You may be a victim of meaningless outrage, or you may, in fact, be a big ninny pants. If this is the case, please feel free to turn it off now. This is no country for ninny McNinny pants. So crack open the Mountain Dew. Make sure the cheese bubbles are super fresh. We're in your mother's basement. It's Nerd Rage Radio.
The mighty set, nigga. Whoever said that forever was a myth, they lied. Facts. Lord knows that I'm forever with the dips on God. Grab that hammer when I'm stepping out the whip, cause niggas watching.
Oh my God, Joseph.
It's like Christmas before Christmas for you.
It's like Christmas before Christmas. I have not been able to stop listening to that song.
That's good.
Since Thanksgiving. For those that don't know, that was Diplomats Forever by the Diplomats. It released on Thanksgiving. They had a Thanksgiving album. They've had a Christmas album in the past as well.
You can only hope. Mm-hmm. Surprise double.
Come on, Easter. So at the same time, like the Diplomats B team, and I think there's been a bit of a falling out, put out an album the same day called The Upstage. So it was like I got two Diplomat albums on one day. It was easily the best part of my vacation by leaps and bounds.
Ignored everything and just listened to music sitting down.
Yeah, I left the house with my headphones and returned a couple hours later after I listened to it 2 or 3 times front to back.
Did you rate which one's better than the other?
It's definitely the proper Diplomats. So, I mean, the A team's always
A team, right?
A team's A team. And it was 2003 for me on the beach for just a minute. It felt like 2003. I felt young and full of energy and vigor. We're waiting on Adam. He's going to be late. Something always happens on the days of Nerd Rage. So that's what's happening today.
He's got a commute from Washington, D.C., like the crap capital traffic of the world, other than
Correct.
L.A. LA's the only place I've been to with worse traffic than this area.
Yeah, it's bad.
I mean, you don't even have to be near DC to be in traffic. You just have to be like on a road that might lead to DC.
Yep, or Baltimore. To be fair, like when you're stuck between the two, like
that's what we are.
Yeah, well, not so much now, but we grew up between the two.
Yeah, like whichever way direction you went.
That's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that, we'll just get the ball rolling.
Hopefully the audio is fine.
Yeah,
it got messed with a little bit.
It got messed with a little bit for dummies, and then we all know the audio wasn't right on that. I even put it in the description. I know the audio wasn't right, but
nobody reads descriptions.
Nobody reads descriptions. So what am I supposed to do? I don't know what else to do.
So you must be so relaxed and so nice and have nothing to do now. Just like you said, after the vacation, it's all going to go back to normal.
Well, the workload has definitely lightened. But I still have shit that needs to get done and all sorts of goings-ons, but it has definitely lightened significantly. Because that week before was exceptionally bad.
That was crazy.
I doubled up.
Yeah. You did everything to make up for that week.
Yeah, to make up for the week that I was going to be gone.
I listened to last week's Nerd Rage with Evan.
Yeah.
I loved it. The energy was
really
good, man.
It was good.
I need to talk to him again.
Yeah, I'd love to have him out. I really like having those, and I'm checking the mic a little bit.
The other side's good.
I actually have got a lot of feedback.
There it
That's
is.
even better. I got a lot of feedback that from just listeners that were just like, man, like it's just so nice to hear a conversation I wish I could have.
Like with their own friends or something.
Well, not necessarily with your own friends per se, but just like I think that conversation it takes so much earned mutual respect.
Oh yeah,
and I don't think coworkers have that sort of normal standard amount of respect for one another to really successfully have that conversation. So I think that there's a lot of people that want to have that conversation, but they just don't know anyone well enough that's different enough from them that they can have it with. And that, Evan, I don't want to go down this path, right? So I know that from my black friends, some of my black friends tell me, when you say that a black person is well articulated, or they are very articulate,
well spoken,
etc., that can be offensive to them, because
only if you're implying that they're normally not. But what you mean is like, most people aren't. I'm not articulate,
Correct. So I've had that compliment given to me, and I've never taken it any kind of way, But I think that Evan is extremely well spoken. He organizes his thoughts well. He delivers them well. So I like having those sorts of dangerous conversations with him, because I think that you can grow. Mm-hmm. You can really grow as a person, as friends, etc. Like, there's a lot to be done there if you want to explore it, and he's always willing to explore it. Yeah. So I was grateful to have that experience as well. Other than that, I have a lot to report, but I feel like Adam should be here.
That definitely.
Do you want to go with your nerd week?
Yeah, my shit is usually boring. So thankfully I had Thanksgiving off. I was supposed to work that day, half day.
What do you do as a person that doesn't conform to social confines of
on Thanksgiving?
Yeah. What does a person like yourself do? A person that's today for marriage. What does he
celebrating
do?
Holidays?
Yes. What does he do for Thanksgiving?
I just had a dinner with my parents. I had a hot pot at home.
What was a hot pot?
Hot pot is like...
You had a hot pocket.
Hot pocket. It's like Asian fondue. Except instead of cheese, we have a soup. It's like a Chinese broth. You think whatever you want in it. Chicken, etc., and then you dip food in there to get it flavorful and cooked, and then you put it in your bowl and eat it. So it's like, fondue. You put whatever in cheese, and then you bring it back to your own bowl or plate and you eat it.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a very family thing, because it's like everyone's around this hot pot and everyone's like putting the food in, and very casual.
Who's the first one to double dip?
Everyone double dip. If you don't. That's the thing. You wouldn't have this kind of dinner with someone that you're not willing to double dip with.
So that brings up an interesting discussion. I'm not a crazy double dipper phobe.
Okay,
but that's your vitamin water right there?
Yep.
Okay. If I was like, man, I'm so thirsty, and you were like, do you want to sip my vitamin water? I'd be like, no, man, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to sip your vitamin water. Like, you keep your vitamin water to yourself. But if we were drinking and you passed me the fifth, I'm 100% drinking behind you without a second thought.
It's a different vibe. Like a fifth.
You know the vibes. Dude, it's one of my favorite young people slogans, like slang terms. Like, you know the vibes. Like, because I don't know. I don't know the vibes. But I wish you knew. But I think it sounds cool.
It's like certain things. Like I used to when I smoked, you would split a cigarette with just about anybody, unless they have like active herpes lesions in the mouth, and depending on how much you're feeding, you might take it anyway.
Yeah.
But certain things.
I had a buddy of mine that smoked cigarettes so much that one time he smoked one out of the ashtray.
Like was it like half smoked and he just took it up and lit it?
That was crazy.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy. Or like the people who smoked it all the way till they taste the filter.
Oh, where the heroin is. That's what Dennis Leary said.
There's a line there. You just smoke it till you get to the line and you're done. But these people, they don't want to waste anything. And maybe it's an age thing. I remember sharing drinks a lot more as a kid. Like sharing bottles, like water bottles or drink bottles. Mm-hmm. Maybe like high school, middle school. It's not a problem. But like as an adult, it is weird. When you say, when you just mentioned it, I didn't think of it. I'm like, I don't think I would just take a sip off someone else's bottle. Even between me and you. Mm-hmm. Which is weird.
It feels strange.
Yeah. But so that's one reason why this hot pot thing is more intimate. I wouldn't have it with just anybody. Also, it's mostly sanitary. It's boiling fucking soup. So.
But the fifth, I would go right behind you on the fifth in a second.
Yep.
And without a second thought given. Continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so that's what I did on Thanksgiving. Yeah, it was supposed to be me and the front end person working that day, half day, but he refused to work. Therefore, I got off.
Do you celebrate the Pilgrims, Joe, on Thanksgiving? John Smith and Squanto, or whatever I don't know who the characters are.
I have no dog in the fight. I'm on neither team.
I watched. I've been watching a little bit of so. It's like a tradition when we go on vacation to watch Impractical Jokers.
Okay.
My kids love it. My wife and I like it enough to sit there and watch it.
That's a dad prank show.
Yeah. So
it's for you.
So we only watch 2 shows, like generally when we go on vacation. Family Feud.
Okay.
And Impractical Jokers. And we never watch TV. Like, my family doesn't watch TV. Like, they watch movies or Netflix or something.
Yeah.
But like,
who watches TV anymore?
Yeah, but I mean, they don't even usually watch shows, to be honest. I mean, Leia watches Paw Patrol.
Patrol.
Yeah, but like a lot of them, like just it doesn't matter. But we never sit around and watch like I sat around and watched, whatever with my like Full House or whatever the show. I can't think of Head of the Class. That was during the 80s era when you knew who was cool in the classroom because they were the one that sat on the chair backwards. Sitting on the chair backwards right now sounds like a terrible idea. I'd be like, God, let me stretch first.
Also, like that might be the douche move. Like, oh, look at that douche.
Yeah.
Thinking he's cool.
I bet you's got a Deadpool bumper sticker.
Oh, God damn it. I don't.
But I was thinking about it, and now I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about?
Only 2 things you watch. You don't watch National Lampoon Family Vacation?
No.
That seems like a dad thing to do.
I like National Lampoon.
Of course you do.
But that's a movie. We watch movies together a lot. We just don't watch television a lot. We watch Impractical Jokers. And fuck, I forget where I even started this. Oh, well.
My grandpa, who doesn't speak English or understand English, likes to watch that kind of show.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, do it.
So that's on True TV.
Yes.
So during the show, they were showing these advertisements for Adam Ruins Everything, which I thought was... which is a show on True TV where this guy Adam like does all this research and explains what really happened during things that we have contrived, sort of.
Yeah, like debunking.
Correct.
Like things.
And he did this one on Thanksgiving, and they showed like a quick 7-minute segment of it, and it was pretty interesting. Like the stuff that was in there. So I've been watching a lot of it recently, like little YouTube clips and such. So I actually learned a little bit about Thanksgiving. But what I learned was less than 1/3 of the individuals who were on the Mina, the Pina, the Santa Maria were pilgrims.
Okay.
Most of the people on those ships were looking for economic
treasure.
Treasure, but I mean, they were looking for opportunity.
Right.
And
isn't that why Columbus got those boats? Is to like bring back shit?
Fuck if I know. It was he. So whatever. Because those are the boats. It doesn't matter. So anyway,
those 3 boats were Columbus's boats.
Correct.
Yeah.
So like, it was. But I find it funny because in my head, this country is founded on basically religious freedom.
Mm-hmm.
But it was less than 1/3. I was actually looking for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Adam's calling right now. Let's see what he's.
Are you live on Nerd Rage?
You're live on Nerd Rage.
Oh, dude, what a fucking day to rage! Oh, God damn it! So, for those listening,
that's real.
Now, and whenever we record Wednesday, it should be an easy day to get home. But no, there's always something happening. I'm always fucking late because of work. Somebody broke their fucking mop and it went up their asshole or something. So today, who's there? Is it Pinkerton there today, or is Joe there?
Just Joe.
Okay. So fucking today, I'm like, I was like, hey, can I get out a little early? Because I had an errand to run before I made fucking Nerd Rage, right? Last minute, they're like, no, we need you to fucking stay, right? And I'm like, God damn it. So no big deal. Jump in my vehicle now. For those of you listening, I have a dog, and we're getting ready to go on vacation, so we had to switch the dog's feeding time. And when you have a dog on a routine, he needs to take a shit about an hour after he eats. So I had to run home to potty the dog before I came to Nerd Rage. And then also, we had Christmas presents coming, and this was delivered. But I had this fucking asshat fucking postman that anytime he feels slighted in any way, he doesn't give me my mail.
Oh yeah,
and
that's
I've
right.
had 3 or 4 like run-ins with him to the point I have 2 cameras now on my fucking mailbox. And so I just got home at 3 o'clock. I've got about like several $100s worth of Christmas presents that are to be delivered. I've already been notification that they're out for delivery. The only problem is my mail is delivered at noon. Now it's 3 o'clock, and there's nothing there. He also refused to leave one there. Left me a little note. The note signed, put the sticker back on the door for him to pick up the next day. But this motherfucker doesn't even come back to the door. And then it's like, oh yeah, 2nd and 10th, it wasn't there, so I got to go pick it up. Every package I need to sign for, I got to go pick it up at the post office, right? So now I'm driving there real quick, and then I'll be heading over your way. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
You need to start having stuff delivered to Bobby's house.
Dude, it's fucking bullshit, man. Fucking bullshit. So, and our mail place is like 10, 15 minutes down the road. So, anyway.
All right.
How are you guys doing? How's your nerd week?
Mine's pretty involved, so I'm waiting for you to show up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but we might knock out some of these news things.
Yay.
The
boring stuff.
News, man. No fucking Avengers trailer. I was getting my dick hard for that. Somebody just tickling the balls.
Yeah, there's not a lot of news really to talk about. So.
All right. Well, you guys take your time and hopefully I'll be there shortly, or I'm gonna make a scene and get arrested by the postal police.
All right.
So
see you soon.
It's either options. Later.
Dude, Spirit of Christmas.
Spirit of Christmas.
Why? One of the reasons I hate Christmas.
So
the holiday seasons in general.
where the fuck were we? Pilgrims, and it doesn't matter. Continue.
What the fuck were we talking about?
Yeah.
We were talking about how only 1/3. 1/3 is
Less
than 1/3. Oh, and I was saying, my grandpa doesn't watch anything other than soccer. He doesn't even understand the language, so we got him the soccer package. It's all in Spanish. I don't understand it, but he watches that all day.
I mean, I understand why it's all in Spanish. They're huge fans.
And he would watch that in Chinese TV. We got him Chinese TV package. But other than that, he would turn on, I don't know how he finds it, but like those prank shows, he laughs his ass off. His favorite is Silent Library, where like it's a library setting and they have people sitting in there and you try to make them laugh. They do really fucked up shit and try to make them laugh.
I saw there was this one episode in Practical Joke. I couldn't stop laughing at it, dude. I don't know why. There was a couple of them that have like really, really got me to the point where I'm like punching the pillow. Do you know what I mean? One was this guy who's working at like an all natural, all organic, blah, 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 blah.
GNC, Trader Joe's,
like
Whole
the
Food.
juicer place or whatever, and he kept drinking the milk.
Okay.
Like from the carton, like he would pour a little bit, and like they kept stopping him. Like no, but like every time they turned around, he was like drinking another milk out of the carton, and the people were like getting so frustrated because they like he was like a new employee.
Oh, okay.
Like the manager was in on it the whole bit.
Nice.
That was great. And then there was the same one of the other guys had to make the awkward face whenever he was concentrating. So like whenever he was like pouring like one of the shakes, he would. And it was so fucking funny. And then the last one was it had to do with this woman's feet. Like they were like, let me see your feet, because I was like something for I forget, but they were making fun of this woman's feet, like right in front of her, like like
a not a participant.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't get a grip on it.
You love the awkward shit though.
Yes,
because that's awkward as fuck.
Yes.
Oh, that just makes me so uncomfortable.
I know. I love it,
dude.
Why do I love that?
I don't know, but motherfucker, and another motherfucking person is on this fucking dad joke shit on my fucking messenger.
Who now?
Fucking Cody.
What did he get?
Like
you
we've been talking a lot because he's getting into Gundam now. I'm telling him what to watch. Dude. I don't know if it's dude. Look, I don't know. I hope it's not Phase Life because he must have dropped like $1,000 on fucking Gundam kits. He bought a bunch of kits. They're like expensive nice ass kits, and he's been like binge watching like all the series I haven't even watched. But this morning he was like make a sad face. He's like, "Fuck, I have to get rid of my vacuum cleaner," and I was like, "Oh shit, did it like eat up one of your pit?" I was thinking it ate one of the pieces of his model kit, and he was like, "No, it's just collecting dust." I was like, "You son of a fucking bitch!"
You know, I just learned recently that a vacuum doesn't actually suck. Like the mechanics of a vacuum is is really atmospheric pressure. Like it changes the atmospheric pressure
in the bag.
Yes.
Okay, but isn't that suction though?
I mean, I guess, but it's not suction under normal.
Not the air hose pulling.
Correct.
Yeah, right. It's just emptying the bag of air and then
yes. Isn't that amazing? I felt like I've been living a lie. This guy was talking to me about this.
You're just so informed now, watching all these like little YouTube clips.
I have a buddy of mine that's like he's a super. I call him super scientifical madness. Oh God damn it! Go ahead, Adam.
Dude, I'm wondering if we should record this on the podcast. This interaction. I'll record and save it for you guys.
Okay, good.
I'll record and save it. All right, later.
Super scientifical madness is what I call him, because he's always like, I can be like, man, I really like this table, and he's like, yeah, that's pretty natural. Wood grains where they head in a southeast direction, or you tend to, like he's just that dude, right? And we were talking about, I forget, it doesn't even matter, but this thing that was changing the dynamics of this other thing. It was all used via atmospheric pressure, and he was like, well, how do you think it's done? And I was like, via sucking. and he was like, you think it's done via sucking? And I was like, well, not that you've asked me twice. Now I think it's not done via sucking. But yeah, so yeah, it's just fucking interesting for the vacuum snap.
I don't know if it's just getting old or I've just interest in science is more available now. But like I love shit like how it's made and how shit works. Like I love those kind of shows.
I do in theory, but then I watch them, and the first minute they go to commercial, I'm like, let's just fucking beat our dick instead. What do you say?
The problem is you're watching shit with commercial. Yeah. You gotta stream that shit or download that shit or something. Mm-hmm. Cody does not know how to download stuff or find stuff streaming.
Really?
Yeah, he was asking me where to like get these shows.
I might not either, to be honest.
Well, you guys are all on up and up, not like a filthy Chinese pirate like myself.
Oh, you said it, not me, Joseph. This is episode 169.
Oh, we didn't even say.
Oh, no, it's not. It's episode 170.
You too excited about your record.
Yeah. About Dipset. Continue.
Did I say I finished She-Ra last time?
You did not.
I don't remember. I finished She-Ra. It was fine. It was. Did
Leech show up?
Dude, you know what? I don't know much of the bad guys' names.
Did Montana?
The Cat Girl is the main.
Catra
and the Shadow Weaver, the bad guy.
Did Montana?
Maybe.
Grizzlor?
Who knows?
Dude, this fucking show sounds like trash. The more you talk about it, the more it sounds
She-Ra
like trash.
and the Princess of Power, not She-Ra and the fucking bad guys.
Well, I mean, but that's our villains, Hordak and the Horde.
Well, there's
undisputed.
This is the
undisputed villains. Of
bad
She-Ra.
guy princess with the fucking lobster claws and shit. But yeah, there's no. I don't know. Isn't it supposed to be like the LGBT community is supporting the show?
Is it because of like the kind of androgynous?
Yeah, they don't talk about
gender
or romance much, but like as adults, you get a feel. Like one of the chicks are like, you might really want to be best friends with this girl, or you might have a girl crush on this girl. It's stuff like that. And the main dude is how would you say it? Flamboyant, maybe.
Oh, okay. Okay,
but he also
you're talking about Bo.
Yeah, but he also went on a date with a girl, so you just don't know. Which I like, and they keep it ambiguous, and I like that. You don't have to know. It's nobody's business. It's just, especially for a kid show, you don't need to explain this person is gay and this person is not.
That's fair.
But anyway, I enjoyed it for what it is. Like it's not like fucking Shakespeare, but it's a decent enough animated show.
Good.
Speaking of animated show, do you see the Lion King?
Live action trailer,
quote unquote live action trailer.
I did not. Neither did I see the new Dumbo one.
But how the fuck is it a live action if it's just differently animated, right?
Yeah, but I guess like some of it's shot in live.
I think the background's fake too. I'm pretty sure the entire thing's CG. But
is it?
I think so. So I don't understand.
That would be weird.
It's basically just a remake, not a live action remake.
That would be weird. I
don't know. And I also heard they cut out one of the main songs from the original Lion King, so they made room for Beyonce to have her own song. I don't know how I feel about that.
Depends on the song.
I don't know how. Why didn't they just add a song? Why did they have to take out Scar's song?
That's fair. But his song was kind of trash, though, wasn't it?
Be Prepared song? I liked it. That was when he was like have his minions in the caves and telling him how he's gonna betray everybody, but like we're gonna do good because.
To be honest with you, I don't really remember the music that much out of Lion King.
I had the soundtrack. Well, I had a lot of Disney.
Was it Elton John that did it?
Yeah.
See, I remember that.
You just know the main song. You just know the song that matters, I guess.
Circle of Life.
Circle of Life, and
Hakuna Matata.
with that, and Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
That's Lion King?
Is it? Isn't it?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Can you
Feel the love tonight?
I feel like that same song is. We do pretty good harmonies a little bit, but I feel like that same song is like in 13 Disney movies, like just different words. Like I feel like the one, not Under the Sea, but.
My least favorite princess, by the way, the First World Problem princess.
Yeah, who's the one? They kiss the girl. I feel like
that's also.
I feel like that's all in the same pocket.
They probably have a fucking framework where they work off of they know the kids' brainwave that they tap into, so they got to work with certain things. Been playing a lot of Spyro. I've been watching a lot of Spyro the Dragon. Krista is a big fan. They remastered that game and released all 3 together. Last week or a couple of weeks ago, and she's been on that shit nonstop, getting 100% on every fucking level. Shit I couldn't even do.
Really?
Yeah. Like, she's not a huge gamer, but like when it comes to certain things, she's fucking obsessed with it.
It's interesting to me.
But like, that might be the first game we're gonna get a platinum trophy on PS4 since I've gotten a PS4. Did some 40K, dude. Overtime, as usual. People, I'm always talking about overtime. But in November, I had 3 days off. In December, I might only have 1 day, hopefully 2. Hopefully the other guy would refuse to work on Christmas so I can be off Christmas. But the only day I took off and I demanded off was for Bobby's birthday. The guy who complains about how I don't show up to things that matter.
For the special little guy.
I told him, I was like, I'm not working that day. And they're like, really? You never say no. I'm like, yeah, for that day, it's special.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Well, Adam's working. I don't know what we're gonna do. Well, I guess record Nerd Rage is probably.
We can go have. We don't have to have Adam with us to have lunch.
No. That's true.
Dude, that's fucking Dutch's daughter, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you go there other than?
Not really. We used to go commonly or often, but ever since we had
before
kids,
you started Hot Toys, right?
No, before we started breeding. Ugh. We're gonna get back to that. I got so much to talk about. Dude,
I'm chomping at the bit. I can't wait to hear the whole story. I got the cliff notes of this. I'm just like,
yeah. There's a
and fucking I'm doing Christmas Eve with Bobby and family.
That's pretty awesome. You're gonna love it.
I'm sure. I'm just saying.
There's like,
look. I hear you talking about me not showing up to shit again.
Yeah, and hey, you haven't shown up to Christmas Eve yet. You're just talking about showing up. But it's there's some magic. There's some magic that night with the kids and everything.
I think it's just because I don't have family, honestly. Like the only Christmas experience I have, like holiday season, quote unquote holiday spirits, good tidings and all, is this the shit that I'm talking about. It's just everyone miserable, everyone stressed out, everyone fighting, everyone in traffic, everyone fighting over TVs.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I really experienced firsthand.
Like I was sitting there and they were talking about Christmas Eve, and like Jana doesn't even want anything.
Wow.
I feel like Jana should be home by now. I might have to go check on that.
That's surprising. You don't really make lists. Don't kids make?
Yeah.
Or maybe you just got her so much shit that she don't need anymore.
That's what I'm saying. Like she's not really into that much shit anymore. So she's just like, I don't know what the. She's like, I guess put money towards my college.
Wow.
Yeah. She was like,
Dude, she's way too mature.
And then she was like, I'm really excited for Christmas though. And I was like, but you don't want anything. And she was like, yeah, but like I'm really looking forward to the party. But I wish like Uncle Dolphin was going to be there.
No, she did not say that.
Oh my God, dude! Of course she did.
Seriously?
Yes, 100%. That's what it made me reach out to you. That's why I was like, man, they want you here. They want you here.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all you had to say, and I would have said yes right away. You didn't have to explain anything else.
Hold on one second. Yeah, she's here. So yeah. No, they requested.
That's crazy, but okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see myself in other people's families, I guess. But yeah, with all the, I think I've already spent all my overtime money. I dropped like $5,000. Let me tell you what I got. So I got those cases. I paid for those cases, $2,000. I bought, I have 17 DTOFs. I bought lights for 14 of them because I'm gonna rearrange my setup. So I won't shout them out yet. I want to wait till the lights come in and they're good, and then I'll shout them out. We're gonna review them on the regular collectors. These are LED lights. They come the regular warm white, or like I like daylight, the white. They are wired the length exactly to the top shelf, so you can all you have to is plug and play. You stick it to your shelves, and the wires are perfectly linked to the side of the case, and they have a really long wire underneath that goes to a USB port.
Wow.
Or plug. But I got USB port because I got a long strip of USB, so I can plug 14 fucking lights into it. So if they're good, we'll take a look at them on the regular collectors. That was like $400. How much are these diodes each?
$20 a pop, I think.
Okay, so these ones I'm getting are $28.50 with a bulk discount, free shipping. They're much brighter, and they're the color that I want.
And a lot less work.
Yeah, exactly. Like we had to drill holes and put the hiders.
We still need to do a few more.
That's if these lights work, get a couple of these because you only have like what 3 or 4 left.
3, but I got one already bought. So
okay, but yeah, well,
actually, I think I have them all bought. To be honest, I
So-
think I have them all bought.
As usual, I'm always available to you when you need.
No, you're not.
Something.
You're working.
When you need
You're doing
something.
too much work.
After when I'm not at work.
Yeah,
Hey, tell me how many times I've gone directly from work to your house because you needed something.
plenty.
All right.
Plenty.
I'm just saying.
That's not as that's not. Look, Joe. That's not funny.
You know why I'm like on this right now, because I just recently re-listened to last week's episode and you were on me. Oh no, of the irregular collectors on my birthday. It just dropped and you were on me, but the Halloween party.
Because that's funny.
I know. I'm not. Yeah. So yeah.
But you guys could have killed if you guys came as Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah. Fuck. So that was like $400. Quarter scale statue, a bunch of Saint Seiya stuff. I don't know. I'm sure other people on here collect doubles of maybe. I used to collect doubles where I put one on the shelf and one's packaged away when I was quote unquote collecting, and then I was getting collectors, one for alt mode, one for regular bot mode. These Saint Seiyas have an alt mode, so I've been buying 2. The problem is, like SH Figure Arts, they're now putting out regular characters as exclusives, and they're expensive as fuck. So when I pre-order them, I order one, but then I kick myself in the ass when they come out because I bought one. You buy one for $180. By the time it gets into your hand, they're sold out and they're at least $400. So I've been buying doubles. So that's where all my money's going.
Make some money.
Yeah, and IKEA. Like I sent you and Chris a picture of the one of my guest rooms. Mm-hmm. I hooked it up IKEA, my style. I'm good at that shit.
You are.
I looked around at all the available stuff. Like that shelf you see that looks like an entertainment center on top. You're not supposed to mount that to the wall. That's like a floor shelf that stands straight up. I put it sideways on the wall, mounted it my way. That's great. That's my new Transformers room. I'll send you a picture for your dummy show.
Yeah,
it looks pretty good. I mean, it looks better than how they were before.
Right.
On that, I think that's about it. IKEA case money on lights. Yeah, that's about all I did other than work. But I'm not as stressed out as before because I'm actually working at a place I enjoy working at 9 to 5. I can see myself doing 9 to 5. I used to say I don't want to work 5 days a week. But if I at a job like this where I enjoy it, where like at the end of the day I don't feel like there was a pain in the dick, I'm just like, okay, it's another day.
I did get a question that we may have been asked before and failed to get it out. So I was gonna. Oh boy, maybe I didn't screenshot it.
Is it from Patreon?
I don't.
Oh, is it from? Because we have one question on Facebook chat and 2 on Patreon, but you can see from our email.
I don't know. I'll look for it.
Cody, man, you missed the train. You should have been into Gundam like 2 years ago when fucking Robert D was giving them away in trash bags.
Yeah, you could have really cleaned up.
He's finding it. He's buying like the $300 kits.
Maybe it was through Facebook. Oh God, let me stop and find it. All right, so this is from Jason. Good dude. He said, also to the Patreon people, December 1st, I'll be putting up the new song on Patreon to listen to from there. And for the Patreon folks, I was thinking about putting up the uncut, unedited versions of the 4 Dummies recordings. If that would be something that you want, let me know and I'll get it up. As a heads up, like, this one that we did for displays, and I know the volume is crazy. I don't know what happened, but they're both going to be wrong. So I'm sorry, but but those two are broken down into two 15-minute videos, but it's like an hour and 40-minute conversation. Just to give people an idea how much editing work I'm putting in on this fucking shit, but
it's good content though. That's a lot of
correct.
To listen.
Correct. So if you'd be interested in that, I can post that. He said, I feel like I've asked this before, but it got missed for whatever reason. Have you guys ever checked out the Diaclone reboot line or had the opportunity to look at it?
That's you.
He said, I feel like it would be interesting since it's sort of a blend of Space Marines and Transformers, which it seems like it would be a bridge of interest for you, Adam and Joe. I have not.
I have not either. I mean, I've seen them.
I don't even know where I would go to find the fiction, or is it just the toys?
I just seen the toys. I didn't even know.
Yeah, so if it's just the toys, that's one of my things. Is I need to want it, and the toys. There's no toy alone that makes me want it. It's interesting. It might be a regular collector's conversation, but I need. The only reason why I have the shit that I have is because I have fallen in love with what it is prior to it reaching this 3-dimensional form.
Is there nothing where you saw the 3-dimensional form that you liked and then went to look for the fiction and then liked it? Because it was like that for 40K for me. I saw the miniatures first.
Yeah, I guess so.
And it's like that for Gundam for Cody because he saw the models first.
But I think I saw 40K as different. I thought I saw it as a utility thing. Like I was like, man, I can play this game once I do this art. But then you did find the fiction. Yes, and then I liked the fiction, which then made me want certain characters, and you know what I mean.
Okay. So nothing really that you're like.
No,
cool figure.
Nope. No. I mean, there's plenty of stuff that I'm like, this is a cool figure, but I mean,
have you ever tried? Have you ever saw something?
It might as well be a cool coffee can. You know, I just don't give a fuck.
But have you ever tried though? Have you and then to find out that you didn't like it?
Gundam.
And you found out you didn't.
Well, I watched the first episode of Iron Blooded Orphans, and I was like, this shit is not for me.
Really? When did you watch it? I don't think you told me that.
When Robert got into it, he asked me to watch.
Did you watch it in sub or dub?
Dude, don't ever sub or dub me again. Subs and dubs and
I'm assuming you only do dubs.
Rubber dubs and no, I honestly I can't even remember.
Really?
Yeah.
What? I'm surprised. I don't know.
But I was like, this shit just doesn't grab me. So
you didn't give it a 3 in 3 out though.
I did not. To be fair, I did not.
Oh, I was thinking. We need to do the Star Wars Furball.
Ewoks, yeah.
Ewoks time. Well, I'm sorry. When my schedule back to normal for the Patreon folks, we'll get back to the movie reviews.
Yeah.
But I was thinking if I run out,
or maybe on my birthday.
Yeah. If I run out, because I wanted to watch that Arrow Samurai with you. That's the only thing really that's on the list. I was thinking about doing 3 in with Bobby. Like I'll pick a series of anime and make you watch 3 episods, which is less than an hour and a half, and just to see what you think and to see if you want to go in anymore.
That's a good idea,
right?
That's a good idea.
I already have. Yeah. Okay. We'll try that.
So that was one question. So look, Jason, if there's some sort of animation or some sort of graphic novel or something, but I mean, I think that shit is long since dead, the Diaclone stuff, but
link us.
Link me, and I'll try to give it a shot, but I need to want it. That's my thing.
I need you to need me. Dude, you didn't shout at the Patreon folks for a new laptop we're about to get.
Yeah. To be fair, I gotta pat myself on the back a little bit for that too. Mm-hmm. So the Patreon folks, we have got enough money where I contributed about $400 or $500, but
what happened? You said it was like $250.
But I told you it was so close. It was like you could just get a little bit more. You get a much better machine. Yeah. So
that's how they get you.
Yeah. So, but of course, thank the Patreon people. We wouldn't have had any of this shit. The soundboard. I mean, the show is only what it is, and not to say that it's much, but it only is what it is thanks to Patreon in terms of ability to record and such
and all the gear we have.
Yeah.
And I guess in 2 months you paid yourself back for that.
Yes, in 2 months I will have completely paid myself back, and there will be money available in our account.
What's the next thing we're going for? The soundboard? Mics? Oh, new mics?
Mics. I don't think we're going to need the soundboard.
Do it via software?
Mm-hmm.
Because of because the new computer's gonna be powerful enough to where it won't be fucking laggy.
Correct.
Smart. We just need a smart person to show us how to do it.
Correct. That's why we got Manny.
Magic Manny.
So Adrian says, so not knowing what people look like, I naturally put faces to voices based on my brain thinking I've heard that voice or a similar one before. For example, to me, Robert D. is Zach Galifianakis. Uncle Dolphin is Jason Mendoza from The Good Place.
That's a Spanish name.
Which faces do you associate with people you interact with online and may not have ever met?
Wait, but like you can see my face and Robert D's face.
Yeah, and I don't feel like there's anybody that I don't see their face. Sometimes the voices are way left.
Dude,
whoa!
Not
man with a face like that should not have a voice like that,
bro. You know what threw me off? It still throws me off sometimes. It's not a dig, but just I'm sure he's heard of it. But TTRXX, like I didn't even know I knew him when I was first getting into the third party. I saw one of his reviews on the Predator King, one of the Predator Kings, and I was like, man, that guy has a unique voice. But then when I, became friends with you and and met him, it's like, oh, that's the guy's voice. I recognize the voice because it's so
voice don't match
iconic.
that face.
And I'm like, that's what he looks like.
Yeah, I have had those experiences, but nothing really the opposite. Because most of the time you get to see people's face on the internet, like I guess not in forums maybe, but I don't participate in such things. Dude, sometimes YouTube comments and stuff. Like if I read some like nasty ass comment, I imagine a little weaselly voice.
You need a soundtrack,
dude. Some of that shit, like I can't let it bother me. This Tekashi 6ix9ine thing. Have you been following this at all?
I just know he's going to jail,
dude. I think he's gonna be put in time out for a while. Like you're facing federal charges and you're on probation.
Educate me. Cliff notes me. That's the word this week. Cliff notes.
Okay, so first of all, I'll say that dude, I think, is a lot smarter than people think he is. That being said, I think he's still going to go in timeout. But he did an interview on The Breakfast Club last week. And he talks about all the people that he fired and found out this was going on and that was going on. He's staying away. And then like a couple days later, gets picked up for federal charges, conspiracy, RICO charges, all this type of shit.
For what?
Conspiracy to commit murder was one of them. Drug trafficking.
Shit, we have actual street legit people still.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of times now in pop culture, like rappers and stuff, they're just like business people. They're not really street cred.
So there's a lot of extortion that goes on in rap. Like
that's white collar crime, and that's not sexy.
There's an element of sexiness to it, but I mean that's a terrible thing to say. Don't get me wrong, but like you grow up in this neighborhood, right? This neighborhood has certified tough guys in it, and you're not a tough guy per se. You're not. What I mean by that is you're not a criminal gangster. You are a artist, and you grew up in a tough neighborhood, so you probably got some grit to you, But you end up getting on, and these people from the neighborhood end up looking out for you, but you're gonna have to pay for that. Right? It's extortion, but it's a different type of
protection money.
Correct. And I'm not saying that's what's going on with Tekashi, but he went on The Breakfast Club, talked about how he's totally disassociated from all these people once he found out all this stuff was going on, and then get picked up on federal charges a couple of days later. It's like, you may not be as stupid as the world thinks you are. I would imagine that he probably knew that was coming. Went to do an interview that he knew was going to get, I think it's at 8-9 million views now, to say publicly, I have nothing to do with this.
Right.
Gets picked up, and now that can be used, that can be evidence.
Right.
At any rate, he said something that was fucking profound, man. And obviously, like, you're talking about a guy that's had 10 number one Billboard songs and everything else. Like,
I couldn't tell you one of them.
I've had one video do 300,000 views. It's very different. It's very, very different. But he said, like, he was talking about the rapper XXX Tentacion that was shot and killed in Florida earlier this year. And he was like, and everybody on the internet was saying, What? Were you big fucking dummy? You didn't have security? You stupid? You didn't have security? But had he had security, people would have been like, oh, this soft fucking bitch. Like, you know, running around here with security. It's like, you just can't please everyone. So don't try. And that shit resonated with me. Some of these comments, and I'm trying to let it all go.
Okay.
But some of them like are different now. And somebody was like, you know, like a friend of mine was like, you know, I wish you would reply more to comments. And I wrote him back and I was like, look, man, I would like to reply more to comments, but I'm also doing a lot more editing now because with the different style videos, and people seem to really like that. And I don't have time for both. Yeah. I don't. So,
and one is much more constructive than the other.
I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. What would you rather? You know, what would you? And then like this other guy was like, "We'll just hire an assistant." It's like, what fucking planet are you living on that I could hire an assistant?
They put you up on the pedestal, man.
And then sometimes today, well, I think it's just
some people do have assistants to answer the emails. And stuff.
Absolutely. I mean, I think some people have people that do the editing for them.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm not there. I'm not anywhere close to there. I don't even think that guys with like, you know, MGO numbers are there. You know, I think you got to be pretty much in that 1 million subscriber pocket to really make that shit a business. But I had a guy today that was like, you know, the audio's wrong. Like, I know it's wrong, dude. As soon as I listened back to it, I was like, motherfucker, of all the ones, this one that's got to be split into two.
Yeah, that means you're going to have two bad.
Of course. So he was like, the audio sounds terrible. I was like, no, I heard it too. And he's like, why don't you do a mic check? I'm like, where do you think I do this? So I think in this guy's brain, I go to a professional studio. I fly my friends, Jisk and Robert D, in on a G5, pay $50,000 in fuel to get them to Maryland and then back to their respective or respectful home, respective, or whatever it is. Fucking, they commented on that last time I did it too. Homes. And I'm like, I can't. Okay, let me continue with this train of thought. Record with a professional sound engineer and mixer, and then I send it to my assistant, you know, and then my assistant does all the editing and stuff, and then I just collect the check, and I pull out my Rolls Royce and back it into my mansion. But the truth is in order to make that series of videos, because it's 2, unfortunately. I mean, it's great content, but it's the sound is off. And in order to do that, I had to come downstairs to the Nerd Rage stuff, disconnect everything. And I know that's not a big deal to most, but to a guy like me, it's a big deal because I'm a fucking idiot.
Because it took us a minute to plug this shit back in.
Correct. And figure out where all the wires go and all that shit. Like, it's a night. So I undid everything, took it up to the office and plugged everything in there. And the reason why I had to do that was because downstairs in the basement, this old computer that we're working off of, that's crashing all the time on Nerd Rage, can't handle the modern audio hijack from Skype, which is a free program that I use to record the audio for Dummies. So I go upstairs, I set it all up so that my wife and I could record it. I thought my wife would have some valuable insight into aesthetics and for decorating a room or what have you. I know that's sexist, but whatever. And set it all up, recorded it, spent 7 hours editing part 1. Part 1 took 7 hours.
Because the thing is, to us, so if I didn't know you, if I didn't know your editing process, your editing is good enough to where it sounds like that's the conversation. Like people don't realize how much you have to splice together, how much empty spaces you take out.
An hour of 40 minutes
to that 10-minute video,
15-minute videos.
Because like when I listen to it, when it doesn't sound like it's been edited at all.
Correct.
I mean that's not a dig. That's like a
no. Of course, it's a compliment.
Yeah, compliment.
Yeah. So that sort of stuff does still get under my skin, but I'm trying to let it all go. I'm trying to let it not bother me because like I feel like I've finally started, and I use that word specifically. I'm beginning to really find where I belong, my place in all this.
Your niche.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm really starting to find my pocket between 4 Dummies and Sit Down Saturdays, and if it teases the court, and maybe even the character count stuff and the comic book stuff. Like, that's where I belong. The video reviews, I know that people like them, and I like doing them. I don't like doing so much of them where I was doing them before, but I like doing
3-4 a week. Yeah,
correct. That I know people miss the quantity, but the truth is that the product just isn't out there, for one, and for
that's something you're interested in anyway.
Correct, and for two, they're the kickback isn't as much. And I mean that in every way possible. The numbers,
the view count, yeah.
The numbers, the money earned in the AdSense, to be transparent.
To like how much time you have to put into editing those.
Correct. The subscriber, whatever, like my analytics, all of it. It's all green arrows right now. Of my top 10 videos right now, 3 are reviews. Like, that speaks volumes. And it's because I can't compete. And I can't compete really in that world properly.
Because there's people established and
correct.
Yeah.
And they've been doing it for longer, and a lot of them do it in a lot of ways better than I do it. I don't have what they have, and they don't have what I have.
Right. It's different attributes. Like it's a utility thing. Like when I got into it, I was looking for it purely for a review. You don't have to be loyal to somebody. You just have to look at the person who has the figure. So you're not going to capture those numbers.
Correct. So to answer your question, Adrian, I think some of those people that make those sorts of comments probably talk like little weasels.
Maybe the guy thought you just without editing, just recorded it and hit send, and didn't even listen back to it.
Yeah.
Not that you have an editing team.
Yeah. My editing team didn't let me know.
Dude, the craziest thing about in response to the question is, we've been friends for like 3-4 years now. I see you all the time. We talk in person. We record in person. But if I'm listening to audio of you, I see the skull mask because that's how I knew you to begin with. Like I picture you in not your regular face.
Sure, Bobby regular face. I said that today. I did an interview with this guy. His name, I don't know if he wants his name out there. It's TF. It's like TM Reviews, I think is what the name of it is. Forgive me, I don't know the name. It's something like that. Hey, he has arrived.
Oh, good timing. We're just about done bullshitting.
And he, everybody asks, like one of the first questions they ask is why the skull mask. And I want to always say, well, why haven't you watched all the motherfucking interviews or reviews or whatever where I've explained this exact thing? But
there are my glasses.
Yeah,
I
safe
thought
and
they
sound.
were here.
Safe and sound.
I thought they were here.
We're still finding glass, by the way.
No, I cleaned it today.
Today, yeah.
Yeah, I cleaned it today.
All right.
And I said to him, I was like,
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, what is that bouncing for?
iTunes wants you to log in.
Oh.
I said to him, I was like, look, if I take it off now, if I show everybody now, if I do all of it now, my entire brand, for lack of a better term, and I hate that word sometimes, but
it is what it is.
You're branded.
Is built on that mask.
Yeah, Bobby Skull.
If I take that mask off now, I'm Bobby Regular Face. And I was like, look, I'm not. I said, like, I read the threads sometimes when the people send them to me. Like, I'm not horribly wounded from some military combat, whatever. Like,
Yes, you are.
It just let the myth build on myself. Do you know why this wear this mask?
It's
how different story every time.
The Battle of Owen Brown.
Look, I had
Owen
to.
Brown shit.
There was a small girl, and she was in this deep prison in a pit somewhere in the Middle East, and I rescued her from that pit. And as a result, it's extremely painful.
Dude, I mean, even between in your close friends, when you had Skullfest, when you're asked if you should take your mask off, I said no.
Yeah, everybody.
Like that.
People
You
say
are
no.
you are Bobby Skullface.
Yeah.
I think you should get a tattoo on your whole face.
We just talked about Takashi. You missed it.
Who's Takashi?
You send the picture.
Yeah, you said
What is it?
The guy you sent a picture of in the
Takashi
chat.
6ix9ine facing
The guy with
federal,
the
Oh.
facing federal
I didn't
charges.
mean to know his
Oh.
name.
Okay, so well, you can get on this question. The question is, do you ever hear someone's voice that you never see the face, and you just put a face to the voice?
Yes. Justin.
I said the same shit.
But you know the funny thing is, Justin's real voice in real life doesn't sound like his radio voice to
It's
me.
similar.
Yeah.
It does not. No, it's not. There's something about
I would agree
his
that
tone that is lost
It is
when
different.
you talk to him on the phone or whatever. Am I too loud?
Yeah, it's just because I was testing
next
that
time we
mic. It
say
will
we can-
project
we can
more than
switch
I
up.
do.
That's mine, Mike.
Oh, my bad.
This one.
This one is
This one.
yours. Oh, I'm sorry.
Hello.
Jesus
I couldn't hear me. Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have a nerd week that doesn't quit.
Really?
We should.
I'm gonna pause it. All right, well, you can do yours real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I did forget too. There was a fucking road closure which caused the hour and a half delay to begin with. So I get there to the post office, and
Just
there's-
now, right?
Yeah, just now. There's some lady in line, and she's picking up something, and she's like, hey, I don't know, and she's complaining in front of me. I can't really see her. Just some blonde lady. So the other lady, she's like, can I have yours too? She's like, oh wow, same street,
Oh.
same street. And I looked over, and it's one of my neighbors in the street. Like, what happened? And she's like, he did it again. It's like, stay here because we're going to talk to somebody right now. And this lady came back out, and we said, we need to talk to the postmaster now. She's like, he's not here. He's like, now I want to talk to the next best thing. And we unloaded on this poor lady. And I actually didn't record it because I started feeling bad about her. But I was like, this shit is unacceptable. I want to talk to, give me the postal police. Give me the inspector general. I was like, this motherfucker, because this is what this dude does.
You know
man.
what? I want the postal federales.
Yes.
Only
Get them
the
here
postal
now.
federales.
Get them here now. This is what this motherfucker does, right? He doesn't want to deliver shit, Joe. So,
But that's his only job, right?
Yes, this is his only job. Everybody there hates him. Like at the post office. This isn't the first. This has been going on for years. Years.
That shit is as soon as you're done, you're done.
Yeah.
That's why he doesn't want to get. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So what he'll do is like, let's say it's a Monday and a package is to be delivered, and he doesn't want to get out of his vehicle. He won't deliver it. Tuesday, he'll put a sticker on the mailbox, and the mailbox says, "Oh, you weren't here," but it'll have Monday's date because he's got to be accountable for it. And then there's no more second attempts.
Yeah.
Well, recently the post office has added a little QR code on those slips that you can scan in and go in there and say, deliver it again, leave it at my front door, I authorize it, check here.
Yeah.
And I put in there, I've got cameras, it's good to go. So I did that. So I did that Monday night. So it should have been delivered Tuesday. I went to the cameras that I have on the mailbox, mostly because of this motherfucker. Like they're supposed to be on the door in the driveway, but they're angled just a little bit on the post, on the mailbox, a little bit on purpose.
I got you.
And that motherfucker didn't even get out of the goddamn. He didn't even get out of the fucking vehicle. So, and she's like, "Well, sir, you need to put this. You need to put this piece of paper back in the mailbox and not on your door." It's like, it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. And second of all, I QR coded it. So try fucking again. Try again. Not fucking good enough.
Try again, motherfucker.
Yeah. Not, I said, not, she's like, oh, yeah. Like, so it shouldn't have been anything. And I'll do like, I got my navel, neighbor.
You got your navel.
You got my neighbor.
You got my navel all sweaty.
I got my neighbor all revved up too. She's like, she can hear her because she's like, oh my God, conflict. And like her voice is like shuddering. Like, he does it to me too. And we shouldn't have to take it anymore. We want his name and his fucking number. And she was like,
What's his badge number? You're like, doesn't apply.
And she's like, and like the lady finally broke down. She's like, listen, everybody here wants him fired. We all want him fired, but we can't fire him because of the union. And I was like, what do we need to do? I was like, listen, bitch, I got this on film. All right, send a fucking investigator to me. I'll give him the fucking hard drive. Take the hard drive, and he'll get all the emails from the hard drive. All right, and sorry. I can't tell. That's one thing. I probably should plug it in there.
It'll be all sorted next week.
Oh, okay. So, I just so we left there and we both gave each other like neighbor high fives.
Nice.
Yeah, that motherfucker. But we got to go and like complain about it. So I do have a buddy who's like he's the next couple steps above postmaster, and his dad was like the second
Post general.
Post grandmaster.
He was the grand dragon of the post office.
Oh, wait a minute. That's the neighborhood you live in.
Joe, you know what neighborhood I live in?
I feel like you said the neighborhood I love in.
Maybe.
That too.
No.
Should just
Anyway,
get a whole gang. Just get all your neighbors together and all go in at the same time.
maybe. So yeah,
Like
that's what we
fucking
should
10
do.
of you and be like,
Fucking yeah, man. Fucking sort of riot.
All right, save it. I
So,
got to go
alright.
get Selena off the bus anyway.
See, you don't want to get into your nerd week.
You're right.
All the time.
No, you're right.
Perfect.
You're right.
Perfect.
Yep.
Maybe Joe and I'll sit here and talk about 40K.
Yeah.
perfect.
All right.
So after this, am I coming over to your house and do you have time?
You're welcome to, Joe. I will always make time for you. All right.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, I did. On the 40K tip, I did finally like my art studio area has been a fucking mess. It's like
You
bad.
always you rearrange that shit more than
because
you paint.
I can't. That's not true. That's not true, Joe.
No, more than you build.
That's not true either. Here recently, I've
Okay.
been building a lot.
Recently. Okay, good.
But the thing is that it gets to be a problem, and like I don't have any room.
No, I
You know what
understand.
I mean?
I'm giving you shit, but I do the same shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I get frustrated when I look down and there's just shit everywhere. I get overwhelmed.
And even though you complain about how small your house is, which is bullshit, you have such a great dedicated area.
My house is half the size of you guys'
I
house.
don't know. That's how many square
It's
feet.
literally
How many square feet is your house?
2,000 something.
So it's not. It's
What was the size of your house? 4,000 something?
Maybe.
5?
maybe.
Okay, it's literally half the size of your
Okay,
guys'
stop
house.
complaining. But it's more.
You brought it
effective-
up.
It's more effectively built.
Only because I have no
It's
children.
space. The space is much more effectively utilized.
the
Efficient. It's more effective and efficient, Joe. That's a fact.
Because I live
But
in
you
a
have
box.
You have a very and not counting that big ass fucking 1,000-foot garage you got going on.
That's illegal, but yeah,
Yeah, it is. It's illegal.
I'm pretty sure.
It can't be illegal. It's
You
your
cannot-
space.
Yeah, tell that to the fucking HOA.
They
Tell
know. They know about it.
They don't.
Oh, okay, fuck them.
Do you know my the windows? I have windows on my garage door.
Yeah.
I just tape black pieces of paper over it so it looks like it's dark all the time. You can't see the back of it. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, smart. And nobody can get in there with a flashlight.
exactly.
You know what? I might have to blackmail you now. Call your HOA.
So
So
you're rearranged.
yeah, so I rearranged it. I shot you that video, right?
Yep. Mhm.
So like my back is always turned in my airbrush booth, and I hate it because my wife. I have like my gas mask on. I have my headphones on. And my wife will sneak up on me while I'm airbrushing, and I'm a creature of very good hearing.
Okay.
So people don't usually sneak up on me.
Okay.
But when I'm, there's noise going, ambient noise and everything, get a little rattled.
Interrupts.
Don't like it. I don't like people standing behind me, Joe. Don't like it at all. Some people like that shit. Don't like that shit.
I don't think most people do.
My wife loves it. Loves it when I stand behind her. She feels protected.
Oh, I thought she just
wrapped
likes it from
inside-
behind.
She does that too.
Yeah, there you go.
Wrapped around my turtle. Wrapped around her turtle, right? Is that right? Anyway, she takes a little spoon. So
I did see a Spartan. Is that Spartan? The black Spartan?
yeah, that's old, man. Where you been? But I,
The other one you just posted, the Iron Fist one, Iron Hands one.
yeah. It's
That's
like,
old?
It's like 2-3 weeks old.
Okay, that's old. Quote, unquote old.
But I did.
All the black practice.
I
on
do
my
want you to
stuff.
come and see that because that might be the way I go with this thing.
What do you mean? It looks great.
Because you wanted to go a different route on the way the black looks, right?
Is it much different than mine? When I
Oh
looked
yeah,
at.
oh yeah. It's blue ink and gray ink.
Okay, I'll take a look at it in person.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
because on pictures it didn't translate. That's much different.
I mean-
it just looks good.
Yeah,
it looks
yeah.
good to me.
Thanks, thank you, Joe. It's fine.
Because I just have to stand one of my guys next to it and see what it looks like. Really.
Yeah, and we need to figure out what lines we're gonna do with your stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I've got a couple ideas, but I don't know. It's very daring, that whole red. That red
I'm
lines.
I'm not gonna do a huge red thing. I think I have an idea. I'll show you when I get there.
Okay, that's fine.
Just a touch for
Just a touch of red.
yeah. But are you done with any of the? Because I'm gonna take stuff back. You're done, so I'm not like fucking taking up all your space. Because I literally have fucking 50 guys plus at your place and like 8 tanks and 20 dreadnoughts.
Yeah, well,
So I need to get rid of some of that stuff for you. Clear up your space.
Yeah, a little bit. It's fine right now. Just give me.
You
no more
say
time.
that, and
I
then
know,
you say
I know,
you
I know,
need
I
to
know.
make.
Well, the thing is like I got all those dreadnoughts down there, but I kind of want to do more to them. I don't want you to
But
take
that,
them yet.
but that's
I know,
not that's
I
not a
know.
priority though.
I know it's not a priority. Joe.
The inventory is what the
I know,
Primaris is what I care about.
And they're getting worked on. They're getting worked on. Okay. But like,
Dude, the new Marnius
Calgar.
Calgar and the honor guards.
yeah, they look sexy.
They look good. I mean, they're like the 30K guards, the eagle faced shield guys.
Yeah.
but
They're
Primaris.
big. They're big.
It's not. See, people keep saying that I like the. It's not that I like the big. I like the proportion.
You like the scale?
Yeah, the proportion in general. Like they're not the same. Like the thickness and length of the limbs.
Yeah, I mean any miniature, for the most part, is not correctly proportioned. You know what I mean?
but these look
yeah,
like they are.
yeah, because you're going to get, when you scale down something so small, like the ankles and the wrists would have to be so tiny they'd be brittle.
They have to be metal. Like you know about Infinity.
Yeah, of
those
course.
models are fucking amazing.
They're pretty, but
they're still
they're still not proportionally scaled.
They're
not atomically correct.
look at the chicks and the dude
There's
people.
no way, man. They're too skinny, too hippie. They're still anime style.
Oh, no, they're anime style. But I'm saying
Yeah.
like they're not cartoonish. As in
They're
a
not-
bad way.
Yeah, they're not cartoonish, but like if you took like a Hot Toys and shrunk it down,
No,
to be
no,
proportional.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's an aesthetic to me, not a realistic.
I
thing
hear
to
you.
me.
I hear you. It's just you're just bullshitting yourself though. You know? It's not
Primaris
perfect.
are aesthetic.
It's not
Their
perfect.
proportions are
It's
aesthetic.
those fucking knee flaps, bro.
I don't like the knee flaps. I 100% agree. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying the overall, just the silhouette is so much better than the regular Marines.
It's kind of the same.
It's not the head. The head
I feel
to
dude,
leg ratio.
I get you. I get you. I mean, like, it is one of those things. And dude, like, don't get me wrong. Part of me, I wonder sometimes if I don't like them because it devalues everything else I have. You know what I mean?
I get it. I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it. I
Oh,
get it.
but after painting yours, I think it's unnecessary. You know what I mean?
Do you think they are unnecessary? I don't think they're necessary as in the lore or as a unit or anything. It's purely aesthetic. Is why I like them.
I think that it's unnecessary in the hobby. I think it's unnecessary. Like, all right. So if you look at the Death Watch Marines and you look at the Japanese ones, they're slightly getting bigger.
Yeah.
Even like the 4th edition box set versus the 6th edition box sets. So you do have the scale creep already happening. So I think that it would have just been better just to keep on keeping on that one.
It would have taken too long for me.
Maybe
Because the more stuff I buy before it got to this point would be at a waste. Like
you
everything I've get rid of.
No, but you didn't dislike them until the option
No,
came
I've
out.
always thought because there wasn't a better option.
Yeah.
I didn't think
But you're still
I
happy
didn't
with
think
them.
they
You
were
brought
great.
1,000.
I didn't think they were.
You just made them a little taller.
Dude, what am I gonna do with my 150 Marines I have sitting in my closet right now that are painted?
I don't know.
And that, folks, concludes your Beer and Bolters episode for the week. We're now recording.
Dude, we could cut that segment out right now and put that on
it should
Beer
just be
Bolters.
a Beer and Bolters segment on Nerd Rage now.
Whenever you
when I
walk
go
away.
get the kid from the bus.
Dude, we can do that shit.
Yeah.
I'm down for a Patreon talk, a 40K talk this month.
Are
if you'd
you?
like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
So
so
hook me in one way, don't you?
So I'll be coming to your house after this.
that
Hey,
way,
wait, you can't
that way.
slick a can of oil.
Let me tell you about my weeks.
All right, I'm all ready.
Dude, this I'm primed.
Let me go get some coffee.
Okay,
Just joking.
let me save it.
You should.
So, I went to the beach.
It was great vacation.
It was fine. It was fine. I was ready to come home in like 36 hours.
You said 36 minutes before. I think you know that Laura's going to listen to this, so you're like lowering it a little bit.
Well, so, look. All right. On one hand, I think I've forgotten how to do nothing. When I was down there,
That's fair.
I got there and I was like, cool, do this. I unpack my bags. I hate living out of a bag.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Dude, why are we best friends?
Dude, come on. Come on with it. So
Got to put it in, fucking hang it up and put it in the drawers.
Yep,
It's still
100%.
white people think because me and my girlfriend love living out
it's
of
just
the
a-
I
It's
am
a
not
cool
living
people
out of a
thing.
bag. I'm not living out of a bag. It becomes a disaster. You got to find the socks. You go through everything. It fucks it all up to get your one pair of socks. Like,
I get it. It's because you don't wear just tank tops and shorts.
yeah.
This makes life a lot easier.
I'm not gonna argue that one. I'm like, cool, that's done. Boom, boom, boom. We got there in the afternoon. Like, cool, let's start drinking. Cool. Woke up the next morning. Cool, get up, have coffee. Had my coffee. I was all right, and oh no,
You didn't bring a book?
I have nothing. I have nothing to do. I was like, let's make a list of things that we like. And she was like, no, I'm not making any list. And I was like, okay, all right. Let me,
have sex.
I was like, let me work on commission. So I started working on commissions and knocked out 2 while I was down there, which was nice.
Are we going to talk about the feet?
Real quick, one was of a Bigfoot for Chris.
Is that what it was?
Cool dude. Yeah. And
And
I'm really proud of. So he's standing in some water. Because I couldn't get the feet right. So I was like, "Fuck!" I'm just putting this motherfucker.
Rob
Really?
Liefeld, the motherfucker.
I'm just putting this motherfucker in some water.
It's only
He's in a
dude.
swamp. Skunk ape. Skunk. Damn it. Skunk ape. Fucked up today.
I would not have noticed if the hands weren't so good. Because I thought overall it was so good, and I was like, "Oh man, those are good hands." Let me look at the feet.
So I spent a lot of time on them hands. I took pictures of my own hands.
Yeah.
I did a lot, but
You didn't take a picture of your own feet, I guess.
I couldn't get the right angle.
Dude, I'd have helped you.
The pinky toenail was too crazy. So I was like, what am I going to do? I'll put them in some water. It's fine. But one thing, one thing I did do that I'm proud of with it is I set out to not use any black lines.
Yeah,
And I did.
Yeah.
And there's some parts of it that I think are more effective than others in that regard.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be able to look back at this regardless of where it goes and say, this is where my brain
This is the one.
This is where my brain started to think this way.
No,
So
that's good. It's just a Bigfoot picture with no feet.
he's in the water.
I mean, the water looks good.
Yeah,
to be fair,
the water looks good in the
It's just
background.
it's a picture of big.
hands.
The background looks good.
Yep.
I spend a lot of time on it. Doesn't matter. And then I did a Beast Wars thing.
And the textures on that thing look great.
All stuff that I was really making a conscious effort to work on. So I do appreciate that. So I got that done. So I love my father, right? Let me say this also. Guess who came down and spent 2 days with us?
Robert D.
My Aunt Suzanne and my Uncle John. We just had the conversation about recently.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't seen them in over a decade. And I just started trying to understand them this time. And you know what I realized? What makes me uncomfortable about Uncle John is he's like the Joker. You just don't know what he's going to do. He just has this vibe about him that you don't know whether or not he's going to push you up against a wall or tickle you. Do you know what I mean? Like, you just don't.
I can see that.
You just don't know, and it makes you very uneasy. And I started noticing, like, even little things like, this sounds much more worse than what it actually is.
Much more worse.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it. He was, like tickling my kids, as an uncle does. And I was uncomfortable because I was like, I don't know where this could go.
What?
Not in any weird way.
Okay.
But like he just has the ability to hurt people. Like he's a strong dude and he's aggressive.
Yeah. No, I get that because that like I had the same thing like that with my stepdad. Like he'd get a little rough housing, and right now it used to make me feel uncomfortable. Not that he was doing anything nefarious.
Correct.
Like,
Not
dude,
at all.
You're fucking careless.
Right. You got to be careful.
Yeah.
Just like
You can break these.
Yeah. You can pull their arm right out of socket.
So I say that to say this. It went off without a hitch. It was fine.
Okay.
And I actually really enjoyed seeing my aunt and uncle again, like catching up and talking to them as adults because that might be the first time that's ever happened. And like they kept trying to bait me into political talk. It's like all these old retired people want to do is talk about politics.
Yeah.
So like
that's all that's there that right now in the news.
And
there's no baby panda birth.
Yeah, and they're
It's
all
all
like,
politics.
and all they're doing is watching and reading the news. So like, I
cannot hear myself.
Yeah, it's your headphones. It's not
really?
this because
I
you
can
can
hear
see
you.
it on this.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
But you're plugged into here. Maybe if I
No, I can hear you. You're loud as fuck. It's not you. It's me.
because
maybe it's your headphones.
It's way too loud. Please turn it down. Stop talking. There you go.
I mean, you can turn it up a little bit. Just when you talk, if you watch your levels, like
Yeah.
See, this goes like earlier when we were talking about how difficult this is for us to
Yeah.
unplug and replug this shit.
That's why we need Phil to be an engineer or a black.
Where's my
So what's up,
camel,
baby?
Phil? Up.
Of course.
Can I have one too?
So do you want one?
Are they kind of apples? Are they
Honeycrisp.
Organic.
Okay. Yeah, I want one of those.
Oh, too late now. You can get one on your way out.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Fuji's, where is that?
No, it's
No,
not.
Yeah,
no.
it
Fuji's
Honeycrisp.
Crispins.
No, Honeycrisp is a game changer.
Is
It's
have
a
you
game
ever
I've
had one?
had Honeycrisp. Fuji's better.
No.
Negative.
And it's not an
No.
Asian thing.
Negative.
No.
Negative.
You're wrong.
You're mistaken.
Yeah.
I am definitely not.
Fuji's go mushy. Fuck his shit.
Somebody put your Fuji sticker on a Honeycrisp.
Yeah.
And anyway, let me.
Only way to ride.
So I enjoyed talking, but they were apologies. I was just, like they kept trying to drag me in to like see
Yeah.
where I was at, and I was like, "Look, you want to know where I'm at? A lot of my social views are on the left. A lot of my economic views are on the right. when it comes down to political parties, I kind of see myself more in line with libertarians because they just have a Jehovah's Witness approach where they just follow the book. And if it's in the book, we follow it. And if it's not, we don't. And that's it. And they all just sort of sat there in silence for a second. I can agree with most of that. let it go. And that was
that's pretty good.
Yeah, nipped it in the bud. So that was good. So one thing it was irritating the piss out of me.
From your dad.
It's not my dad. It's my dad's wife. And let me say this. My dad's wife takes extraordinary care of my father. My father would not be as healthy and as
He may not be alive.
as happy as, like, I appreciate all those things. And I like her generally.
Yeah, she's good people.
But she has this superiority complex, and that's what it is. It's everything I do is better. Everything I make is better. I create is better. I view is better. My opinions are better. My kids are better. My grandkids
get along
are
with
better.
her so well.
Is she a Transformers fan?
Right. So one of the things she was talking about was her granddaughter recently, firstborn granddaughter.
Plays Beethoven already. 18 months old.
So, like, Laura was like, well, what are you going to get her for Christmas? She's like, well, when it comes to money, you can't really do anything for her because they're so successful. You know, of course, I get it. Sorry that I struggle fucking making ends meet, you know. And, like, well, why don't you get her some toys or some learning toys or whatever? Well, when it comes to material items, they pretty much have everything they could possibly ever want or need or have access. Like a little badger.
I've never been heard, so I'm putting a face to her voice right now.
So Laura was like, well, why don't you buy her a book and, like, write a little inscription in it, and, like, it'll be something meaningful. Like, it was your first Christmas. It was a grandmother's inscription too. It was fine. It was fine. Oh, and you know the baby's name is Havilah because her mother is Jewish and is a very ancient Hebrew name, and it's Havilah. It's a beautiful name. It means, like, you know, the risen sun on the Rocky Alps and you know, whatever the fuck. And so the moment
With a single dewdrop.
so the moment that she left the room and I was left there with my dad.
Oh, you can tell the story here?
Yeah, because my wife telling the aspect of it is funnier.
Okay. Which is on Patreon.
Which is on Patreon. I just kind of threw it up as an extra bonus on Patreon.
Yeah.
But I said to my dad, I was like, so let me get this straight. Let me get this straight while your wife is not here. The baby's name, and I'm talking very serious to him, and my wife's like right across from us, and I'm like, the baby's name, the new baby, is Hamala. And he's like, no, it's Havilah. I was like, oh, Havilah. And he's like, no, Havilah. And I was like, Habilama. And I mean, we go back and forth. He's getting frustrated, you know, and we go back and forth for like probably a whole minute, which doesn't seem like that long, but when you're doing it, it's an eternity. And then I was like, I was like,
no, Bob.
So eventually I was like, it's Havilah. And he's like, correct, Havilah. And I was like, nah, I feel like when you say it, it's different. You're saying Hanna-Barbera. And my wife, I'm watching her the whole time. My whole intention is to crack her up. She won't budge, but like she's, you know,
I can't imagine why.
Doing that shoulder shake, you know, when you're trying to hold the laugh in. And my father looks over at her and says, is he fucking with me? And Mo was like, he absolutely is fucking with you. And then my dad laughed, like, you know, and it was a good moment. But we had, you know, Thanksgiving. It was fine. It was a whole lot of fun. And look, it was, and they're very generous to open it. I mean, they paid for our meals, and I mean, like, just extremely giving people. And I'm definitely 100% appreciative of everything they did for me. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't think like I mean, he organized like this dolphin sighting trip. Okay. And I went on this thing, and we saw plenty of dolphins that came right up to the boat. This one's name is Notch, because he's got a little notch in his flipper.
Pet the dolphins?
No. But they
could you pet the dolphins? And you chose not to pet them?
No, because they was kind of like we were no, you could have if they come up and like really, you know, chilled, but they sort of just came up and said hello and kind of kept them moving, which I totally understand. I would do the same thing.
Your kids tell me they have an uncle dolphin?
Yeah. So I was saying how
maybe you know him.
His
name is Joe.
but let me. That sounds like a beautiful time, right? You're at the beach. You go for the little dolphin trip. Yeah, it's beautiful, fucking beautiful. Now let me paint the real picture. It's fucking looks like the whole heavens could let loose in a rainstorm at any given moment.
Oh.
It's about 40 degrees. You're in a boat going about 50 miles an hour. It feels like it's 10 degrees. None of my family brought jackets, so my wife gave her a little sweater to my baby, and then I gave my sweatshirt to my wife. So now I'm the one looking like a dickhead when I'm the only one that dressed appropriately. Jaina and me. So I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm appreciative of my father doing it and all that. Like, and I am, and I did enjoy myself. I did catch up on some sleep. I got a lot of sleep. Come home. We set up. We get some wine and cheese, some crackers, and then we got some crackers out of a box out as well, Joe. So it was crackers eating crackers, and put on some Christmas music. Let the wine flow. Started decorating the house. Wine is flowing. Christmas music is pumping. I'm explaining to Jaina.
Havila.
I'm explaining to Jaina the nuance of the is it Oh Holy Night or whatever, when you really got to go for that note at the end, and there's only really two people that have ever really knocked it out of the park, Mariah Carey and Celine Dion. And I'm trying to explain to her that, like, so I play other versions of it where they don't go for the note.
That's C sharp.
Tonight. Like, nope. You see how she eddied out? Like, like it was cool. It was great. It was like, dude, not for nothing. It was like
It was magical.
some of the best 6 hours at one clip in 2018. Like, it was fucking.
Was that Saturday?
Fantastic. Yes.
An amazing Saturday with my family too. High five again.
Again. And then
You
know anything
left
about
out
that.
in this
You don't know
family
anything about
feels. Dude, you guys don't realize, because you're listening, you're not seeing. Every time they talk about family, they turn their shoulders toward each other. Like, I'm excluded from the conversation.
because you don't know the joys of fatherhood.
Yeah.
Joe.
Not in the circle, Joe.
However, like all true things, one day it withered on the vine. So I get a text message from my fellow moppers in a group text. First of all, I think that most jobs have a group text now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
My group text, my professional group text, is trash. Like, some of my group texts on other places, lit, as the kids would say. My job one is trash. Let's get together for Christmas. Sounds good. What day? 22nd.
Sunday,
I don't know
the 22nd.
I don't know of anything going on the 22nd. Give me a minute.
No, it's a Friday.
Saturday.
Hey, Laura,
Maybe. I don't know.
what do we got going on the 22nd? Long, pregnant pause. Why? Well, my moppers were talking about getting together for a little Christmas thing, bring the families out, do a thing. Okay. My mother was talking about having a Christmas get together.
Adam's face just lit up.
And I said,
What did you say, Harvey? What did she hear?
I said, what? And they said, well, it's my sister's boyfriend is going to be in town. So to get all the siblings together, we're going to do, and I was like, how long have you known about this? Well, my sister brought it up before we left for TFCon.
Oh, nice.
My mom just brought it up before we left for Hilton Head. And at this point, I was like, put the kids to bed and call anyone you know that knows how to fight.
Get in the tub.
That makes me think about Beverly Hills Cop 2. Like, get your ass in this pool. So, look, we fought about this for probably 48 hours.
About this at this.
Now, it wasn't really a fight as much as
Sunday, Monday.
it wasn't really a fight as much as it was me putting my foot on her throat and not letting off until she
Literally.
was just about starved for oxygen. Not literally. Don't do that.
But you did hook kick her.
In the face.
In the face.
So let's get this party started. So my basic
Spinning hook kick, go!
I had so many mixed feelings about it. For one, why did you not tell me about this?
Because he's scared.
Of course.
She didn't want to ruin the vacation.
She want- and then the next vacation, and then the Halloween party, or whatever the fuck, So there's that. There's
Which you can forgive, I guess, right?
yes.
Okay.
There's why is this special thing going on just because someone else's boyfriend is in town? Okay, like that's another one. And then the third part of it is, what is Christmas Eve? Because Christmas Eve to me is your family's thing. And if that's what it is, then why the fuck is your family's thing happening 2 days before? Because if that's their thing, Christmas Eve will become a skullface thing. And the invite list gonna change.
Dude, is that going to happen?
It's going to become more balanced.
Let's make that happen.
It's going to become more balanced. So I said, and she was crying. I mean, it was bad. This was bad. And she was like, she was talking about how, like, I didn't take it all into account, and I didn't want to bring it up because I know you'd be mad and all this kind of shit. And I was like, I want to know what the fucking text said. Like now, like I want to know word for it. Like I want screen. Like give me the deets. And she was like, I want to know if you and Bobby are available on. I was like, tell him I'm unavailable. Tell him I'm unfucking available. Consider me unavailable for all of it. And I was like, because here's the thing. I offered 4 times a year and you agreed, and you couldn't keep up your end of the bargain. So I offered to sit down and have a chat, and you agreed, and she couldn't keep up her end of the bargain. So now I'm not bargaining. Here's what's going to happen. I'm out. I am finished. Whatever we have here that you want to invite them to, invite them. No ill will. I don't hate them at all. But their shit, I am unavailable. Weddings, funerals, births, baptisms, birthdays, anniversaries. I'd have to do some thinking on that one if there's a possibility. But let's say there is one. There is one. Consider me out. And I want you to feel comfortable going to whatever you want to go to. But I am not going. And here's the other caveat. If I decide that the kids don't need to be there, they're not going either. And here's another thing. Everything that you're invited to, I'd think long and hard about whether or not it's worth going. And she agreed to those terms, and she actually understood that some of it was coming from a real giving place, because I could have been like, nope, it's all over. But I was like, look, you still want to have him out? He didn't have him out. But
It's been like 25 years, right?
yeah. But
So where did it go wrong for you? Helen not...
I mean, the fact that I haven't heard from her since the sit down. We had to sit
It's the
down.
last straw.
We had to sit down, and then we go to the next family event that's at our house. And then there's another family event at our house. And nowhere in between there have you reached out to work on our relationship whatsoever, which you said you were going to do. So I'm not playing this game.
Yeah.
I'm not pretending. I told her.
What was your expectations of that?
Maybe.
And I don't know. I'm curious.
I would have expected, like, hey, when are we going to get together this month? And then I'd be, oh, fuck, this month is super busy. I'll get back to you next month. Go from there.
She just had to reach out. That's all she had to do.
And then if that didn't happen, maybe good luck at Baltimore this weekend. Good luck at TFCon this weekend. Love to see a picture of your Halloween costumes. Know you put a lot into them. None of that. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Which is fine.
Because you're not on the radar.
Because I'm
Not
not
even an
considered.
afterthought.
I'm not considered, which is fine. But I'm not pretending anymore. I'm not going to pretend that we're this family. We're not. You two are family, and you're welcome to keep that relationship. I'm not interested in having any part of it ever again. I'll tolerate your friends and family showing up at my house, and that's about the end of it.
You know what you fucked up, though?
Well, I'm getting ready to tell you where I fucked up. But
Go
continue.
ahead. No, I was going to say, but while you're putting your foot down, you should have ended with, and I'm getting your dad's DVD cabinets out there and putting quarter scale statues in.
the first thing he said when I started talking about it earlier. He was like, "Did you get that angle in there?"
Just throwing it in, man.
So here's where I really fucked up.
Okay.
Oh God,
I didn't hear about this part.
no one has.
No, everybody has.
Not yet. So
Not all of it.
we eventually made up, and had some time together. And then the evening opened its possibilities for intimacy.
Mm-hmm.
And we got intimate.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh God, I'm an idiot. I'm a fucking idiot, dude. I am the dumbest motherfucker on the face of the planet.
I think I
You
know
have
this
your
is going.
moments. Don't be too hard on yourself.
I'm getting after it.
Mm-hmm.
I get my phone out to record audio of it.
Okay.
That's how it is. So I recorded 4 segments of audio.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
think it'll be on Patreon next week.
nope, they will not. False advertising.
And you accidentally sent them to her mom.
So I was getting after it. It's 4 parts. I go to I'm telling her, I'm sending all the, it's because she eventually gets up wind of it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm recording audio of this and I'm sending it to your mom." So she was like,
God, I fucking know you.
So she's like, "Don't do that." And I was like, "I'm 100% doing it." So I turned the volume on my phone, right? Because my volume's always turned off and my phone's always on vibrate.
Yeah.
And because I want her to hear the whoop, so she knows it went through. So she knows I did it. But I'm trying to send it to her. I'm going to send it to Laura
Okay.
and just hear the whoop and watch her freak out. So I go to my phone. I'm still getting it while I'm, and I got part 1 loaded up. And I hit L to start typing in the name in to share it. And her name, my wife's name comes up. And I hit it. And then I hit send. Turns out I didn't hit who I thought I hit. And I hit a coworker.
Is it a female coworker?
100%.
Oh, dude. Have you heard from HR?
I have not, and I talked to her. She's very cool. She laughed her ass off about it.
Did you make her delete it? Like, let me see your phone.
Yeah, no.
Delete it.
I was like, "Did you delete it?" She's like, "I deleted it." I was like, "Let me see your phone." So
After I sent it to somebody else.
yeah, so I was like, she was like, "Who'd you send that to?" And when it popped up in the new thing,
Yeah.
I don't text.
Yeah.
So like when it popped up in the new window and I saw no previous history, I was like, fuck. No, my dick's got mine on his own. It's still good. And I was like, no.
No.
She was like, "Did you send it to her?" To her mom. And I was like, "No." And then
I wish I did.
She grabs my phone and sees the name, and she's like, "Oh my God." And I was like, "I am sorry." It was an accident, and I am sorry. I am so sorry.
God, you're a fucking idiot.
Well, let me tell you this.
Oh, my God.
All I can say is this. It's a good thing it wasn't part 4. Part 4 would have been a problem.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's too much.
You can't go by 1 week without some embarrassing shit.
It's crazy. So other than that, I've just been working on the music video and getting back into reviewing.
Showing a little skin.
Oh, yeah.
Provocateur.
I was very surprised. I was like, "Oh, I never seen Bobby in this intimate moment."
But then you called it.
Yeah.
You're like, for the material.
Yep. Doesn't matter what. Yeah, that's what you are. You're always true to material, regardless of the cost.
Yep. So like,
It was like some silky drawers you had on too, man. What kind of those?
oh, I'm particular about my boxer briefs.
Yeah.
I need
Looks
it.
silky as fuck.
Dude, you would love it.
Sure.
It feels like a satin bag is holding your nuts all day.
I want to get those boxer briefs that have a little cup built into them.
I end up building my
They're
own.
uncomfortable.
There's an element of truth to that. But yeah, like these. So I have a few different kinds, but this one particular style is like, dude, they're so comfortable. Sometimes I contemplate wearing them to sleep.
You know what, man? What's weird? I think I'm turning an old man. I've been wearing like fucking
Tidy whities?
sweats. No, I still wear my boxers.
Oh, okay.
Like sweats, like a fucking thermal shirt and like fucking sweatpants to bed.
That's old soft
It
trash.
is, man. It is. I don't know what's going on with me.
hate a clothes.
Well, we got that
Even-
fur blanket now. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
That,
yeah.
that
Yeah.
shit is
Why do you know what you're talking about?
video shoot. Video shoot, but it is crazy.
Dude, his bedroom set is fucking impressive.
Yeah,
Most impressive.
the things that room has seen.
The 4 posts, I'm sure. It's been used.
With all sorts of scratch marks on them. Chains and shit. I mean, it's a nightmare in there.
I mean, he had to go in there and clear that shit before I can go in and see.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
God.
Anyway,
Poor Laura.
it's and then I've been working on getting the reviews and getting the videos for dummies, all that kind of stuff, getting back in the swing of things. But I do feel rested, and other than that, I'm ready for the
But so
holidays.
tired. You're so tired though already.
I am tired. I'm tired today specifically. I had a rough night last night, but I'm tired in general. But I'm feeling more in control of my shit at the moment than I was the week before I went away. I don't want to do that again. That was hectic.
Had a good week as well. Not much nerd stuff going on, besides my post office fiasco. But yeah, man, had a good day Saturday with the family. Did some Christmas decoration shopping. Did the lights. Had a good dinner. You know, watched some TV with the kids. I watched Teen Wolf.
Oh, the first one?
I went back.
How was it?
It does not hold up.
Really?
Of course
It's really,
not.
It's really bad.
Even when he's looking at himself in the mirror.
It's really bad. It's really bad. And the transition, which I always thought was kind of scary when you first turned into a wolf, it looks really bad. Really bad. And like the whole premise of it, you know what's funny, man? There's some spots in it that you don't remember because you're a kid, you don't have the context. But like you're like, wow, that would never get made nowadays.
Let me ask you
Never
this.
get made nowadays.
Would you rather them keep it the way it is or go back and touch it up?
Well, they did do a remake on MTV.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's kind of like a teen drama.
It was like a reboot, though, right?
Yeah, it's total.
Okay, yeah,
reboot.
no, but I'm saying if they were to go back and touch up the effects.
I don't think it's worth it.
Me
I don't think
neither.
it's worth it either.
Okay. All right.
Like
Unless you're George Lucas.
it's one of those things where it's not strong enough by itself to even warrant. It's a stupid 80s idea that couldn't exist any other time.
It's like some movies, the premise is good, but the graphics held it back. Those movies, you can touch up the graphics.
Yeah. I mean, like there's the remake of it. That like the MTV remake of it has got nothing to do with it. It's just like a
Right.
supernatural type story.
So are
I mean,
you
the
getting-
names are the same, but it's like it's like monsters killing people type of thing.
So what you saying? You're not getting the 1/6 hot toy of Teen Wolf.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. It is one of those. It is one of those which I wish I didn't go back and watch it, but my kids liked it. It kept them entertained. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What you are getting is that statue of the Space Wolf.
Oh, I'm getting that. Logan
Dude,
Grimnold.
okay. It looks cool.
Joe.
Hear me
Joe,
out.
you better watch your fucking step.
Hear me out. I love 40K art. I love 40K. I spend more time, really, on 40K than anything else in my spare time. And I love the aesthetic. I love the art. But when you really think about it, that shit don't work. Like, when you look at that statue, it's like, there's no way he's even lifting the axe over his head to swing it. You remember?
He don't need to, Joe.
We
He just goes
He
like
just
this.
had to go side to side like the kung fu grip
Yeah.
action.
That's all he needs to do.
You know how we make fun of like 90s Cable because he's so loaded down with crap that he can't. That's what it is.
I
It
don't
looks
think-
really cool,
I
but
don't
it's
think
just
you really
not-
understand the operation of tactical dreadnought armor, Joseph. So I'm going to excuse your ignorance for the time being.
Did
and
he
yeah,
really need 2 arm thickness cable attached to one axe?
It's the power cable,
Two,
Joe.
The other one's USB.
It's the power
dude,
cable.
we need to put the link of that picture in the.
It's fucking amazing looking.
It is amazing, dude. That's what I'm saying. Let me say that it looks amazing.
Yeah.
But my logical mind goes to the next step and said this doesn't work.
The 3-dimensional models that they make for fucking video games, they move around. They look
clip.
good.
Yeah, but I don't know. Am I alone on this, Bobby? You saw the same pictures I did.
Yeah, no, I agree, but I'm one that can sustain disbelief or suspend disbelief.
Yeah. I obviously do because I love that shit. Mm-hmm. It could never be an action figure.
I think you
so in
obviously
statue
don't.
form.
I don't think I'm as much a practical. Like I think you guys are very much. Oh, this sounds terrible.
Oh, you're gonna talk shit about us?
Yeah, I am a little bit, but I don't mean it that way. I just think that you like. I'm a nerd when it comes to geeky shit, but I'm not a nerd when it comes to nerdy shit.
To like science shit.
Yeah, and like I think you two
am
are nerds when it comes to nerdy shit. So stuff like that, I expect for it to bother you.
Yeah.
But in my world, I'm just like, oh, it's fucking magic spacemen. They can fucking swing whatever they want to swing. You know, like I'm good with it. I just buy in. Yeah. Like, yeah, of course he has the little breathing suit and he has a red laser sword. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, HMO that did the
Health Management Organization.
That's right.
They
I
do
think
that?
it's
They're branching
handmade objects, handmade objects collectibles.
And it's bullshit because it's obviously 3D design and printed.
Sounds like HMOC to me.
Hey man, calm down. They're gonna be great.
I mean, I want to talk about that on the regular collector show about 3D printing and hand sculpting. But anyway,
the 3D printing is getting fucking ridiculous, man. Anyway, so they got a statue coming out, 1/6 scale statue of Logan Grimnar, but of course he's 10 feet tall.
Right, so that was
gonna be fucking huge.
Yeah, because I have a problem sometimes when they say 1/6 scale or 1/12 scale when the character is much bigger.
Like Transformers.
Yeah. The Gilliman statue I think is 29 inches tall.
Okay.
You ever watch that show where he ended up on an island all stranded? And
yeah, man. Him and the skipper
for a long time.
Oh, you know what?
3-hour tour.
You know what somebody told me? He's like they represent the 7 deadly sins.
I think I have heard that somewhere, like in some viral Facebook.
I don't know.
Scroll. No, I'm saying like.
Gotcha.
It makes sense.
Anyway, so Teen Wolf Trash Wolf.
Trash wolf.
Trash puppy. He's not even scary.
Dude, this tiny. They should have made a different dude. Like the Hulk, they picked a different, bigger, scary guy.
Should he be scary?
I don't know. It's dumb.
I mean, like when he wolfed out and he got real strong, right? He was dunking and
shit.
Dude,
you know what was never scary was his dad.
Yeah, he looked like a fucking big old poodle.
Like a friendly panda.
Yeah.
He looked like Spaceballs. John Candy.
Yeah.
What else did I do? Oh, I rewatched the dubbed One Punch Man.
Okay.
Doesn't drag. This gets right into the story. Doesn't drag at all.
I like One Punch Man. Do you finish My Hero? No, I get it. I'm saying it's a common complaint that I have. I'm not arguing.
I know you were arguing, but it's okay.
I was explaining. It's
prior episodes.
Did you finish My Hero? Did you find because Paul C said there was a dub already of the 3rd season?
It's not on Netflix though.
It's on somewhere else.
I don't have
Paul C. Send him a link, please.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. I'll find it. I know. I want to finish it. I do. As soon as that shit comes out.
Do you watch Sierra?
No, my daughters did.
How did they like it?
They thought it was trash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Literally.
I enjoyed it enough as a kid show.
Did you finish it?
Yeah, I finished it. I talked about it before you showed up. I finished it.
Was it good?
It was good as a kid show.
I should try to get my kids to watch it just to see what they're just gauge their. I think that's interesting.
You show kids as a social experiment. That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's probably not okay, but I'm willing to do it
for the material.
My oldest said it reminded her of Bratz. And so we probably.
I wonder what the age demographic they're aiming for.
Probably 35-year-old men.
Are you talking shit about me?
Oh no, I'm being quite literal. It's probably like 35-year-old men.
I don't know why.
Because there's some weirdos.
I mean, it's not. It's not sexual. It's not hot. It doesn't turn me on. And you know, I love cartoon chicks.
Yeah, me too.
I'm
just fucking with you. I got 10 boxes of Blackstone Fortress. You want a copy?
No.
Damn it.
Is there any space? Is there any Primaris in there?
Dude, they have a Man of Iron.
Is that a Primaris?
No, he's like the AI robots that started.
I know. I think it's great that they actually.
Yeah.
Back to 40K. It's because I didn't have. Because he asked me last week to go record him, but I just have no time. By the way, guys, this might be the last episode you hear me this year.
Yeah.
You might not hear from me again until next year, unless you listen to like your regular collectors.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
And
because you're away next week or a week after.
Hey,
the week after.
I always tell you guys, man, whenever I'm free, I'm available. So if you make yourself available, I'll be available after my work.
I might have to.
I'll show up. I'll show up at midnight. I'll show up at 3 a.m. to record.
I'll cut my bangs. Went over to my dad's for another Thanksgiving. Oh, so went and saw a Fleetwood Mac cover band. Not important. What was important
Are you
is
in
the
your 20s or
conversation. The conversation is my dad and my stepdad. They have tickets at the Weinbergs. Took me, my sister and I had a great dinner beforehand. Had a good show. They did the Rumors album, which is probably Fleetwood Mac's best album from start to finish. Mm-hmm. Great cover. So I talked to them about the alien world being taken away, the dick with a chick, or the girl with
Oh yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
How's that?
The dick with the chick.
Right.
Yeah. And my stepdad, without
Skipping a beat.
the one with the penis. Of course.
And your dad?
My dad was like, I don't know. I guess it kind of depends on who you're going to fall in love with, right? I'm like, look at you two, just breaking the stereotypes. But what the interesting thing with that is,
It's a just question. I want to make sure he gets credit for it. But it's much more interesting than it is just like shockingly inappropriate, which is what it seems at first. It ends up raising a lot more questions.
Yeah. So so. The interesting thing is, sometimes as a heterosexual man, and I look at like things like we did this game. We played this like charades type game on Thanksgiving, and one of the, like you say, you put a celebrity's name. Everybody does 3 in a bowl, and everybody takes turns picking them. The first one you can just, it's like categories. You just can't say their name, but you guess. The next one you get to say one word. And the last time you go around, you have to act it out, right? And somebody had Charlie Murphy in there. So like I got like, cocaine's a hell of a drug, and they're like, and they're like, Charlie Murphy.
I would have been like Rick James.
Yeah, I was like the other guy telling the story.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cool.
So my dad's like, who the fuck is Charlie Murphy? So I like him and my stepdad. I showed him that Drew Highwood on YouTube. Didn't think it was funny whatsoever.
Wow.
They did not. They're like, this. Why is this funny? I just don't get this. And it's like, and I was sitting there like thinking about like, how can you not think this is funny? Is it only funny to like a masculine, like, I shouldn't say that like that, but like there's got to be a reason why it's not funny to them.
Yeah. I guess if you were to psychoanalyze that sketch, what's funny about it to you?
I mean, I think what's funny about it is how crazy the 80s were, how boisterous Rick James is, the fact that Dave Chappelle is acting like Rick James, and we're familiar with Dave Chappelle. So I kind of got that if you don't know who Dave Chappelle is. And just like the whole thing, like,
just the whole act.
Yeah.
So I think it comes down. I think you hit both things why it works for me, and that is it's what makes it funny is Rick James. Like Rick James is a character. He's like the old dirty bastard of that generation. And
fuck
like
your couch.
And then
Not a giggle.
And then,
Not a giggle with
and
fuck
then,
your couch.
And then you're seeing someone do an impersonation of it, and it's not a good one.
Yeah.
But what's funny about it is like it's not true in look. It's not. I mean, he does the outfit, but it doesn't work.
No.
It's not true in voice tone. Mm-hmm. It's not true in any of that. But what it is true in is spirit.
I'm Rick James, bitch.
And that's what's fucking funny about to me. Is that like,
and it's a parody. It's not
an impersonation of this character. And I know he's a real person, but from the outside looking in, he's like a character.
He's a character.
And that's what's funny about it. And like, it doesn't like that sketch doesn't work. I don't think with Michael J. Fox or I just said it because we're talking about Teen Wolf, but like just any random celebrity from the 80s, it's funny because it's Rick James. It's funny because it's Prince. Because Prince served you waffles after whooping your ass in basketball. Like that's funny.
Game blouse.
Didn't think it was funny. So it was an interesting thing, and like I think when you bring that question to heterosexual men, there's like a challenge in it somehow. We're gonna unlock something in your psyche with it. You know what I mean? But for a gay dude, he's basically like, honey, I've already gone through that closet. You know what I mean? Like I've already sifted everything out. It's not that big of a deal. And like the confidence with my stepdad, like it was shocking. Like before he like saw where I was going before. Oh, well, with penis. That's all.
Well, it's funny because it
that's
raises
like what to work with.
it raises the same questions. You know, like what is important? Is it the physical attributes or is it the genitalia? You know, and you just and then those choices accordingly just fall seem to fall in a certain pattern.
I got a theory. So I think for straight men, I think that the drive is we're always hunting to procreate. You know what I mean? That's what it comes like when it comes down to. So we're like evolved to notice the female figure that when they're, you know, of breeding age and there's a desire there and whatnot, and you're kind of chasing, you know, and so there's that hunt aspect of it.
Right.
So I think that when you think of like what I want to be around for the rest of eternity or whatever, it's like, oh, I want to go on that fun hunt. I want to, you know, like that shape, that body, whatever, that, you know, that feel. And then that's always the last part of the package we see most times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is. It's like, you know, you don't see a woman,
right.
you don't see a vagina from 100 yards, like, oh.
Yeah,
you know?
100%.
Yeah. And so I think for the gay guys, well, first off, and you know, I'm not gay, so I can't
Speak for them.
But every
Ambassadors.
every gay guy that I've had a conversation with, it's like, you know, it's a lot easier for them because men tend to be more promiscuous than women anyway.
Just
so
up for it.
if it's a single fucking gender, you know, just belt buckles hitting the floor all the time. You know what I mean? We talked about this before. You know, like on fucking what is it, Scruff or whatever. He's like, look at this, 1,000 guys within a mile.
Right.
Down DTF.
Right.
So I think for them, it's like, well, the hunt's easy, you know. So I that's the easy part. Like I want to, you know, I want to see what we're playing with. I want to see what we're working with here. You know what I mean? We're, you know, what are the fun bits? So it's very interesting.
Whenever always a physical attribute, you can add a third dimension to it and think about the male body with the vagina with the personality of a female, and the female body with the penis with the personality of a male.
Oh, you know what?
That gives something else into it.
Yeah, maybe we're projecting that.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, it was always a female personality with the female just had the tidbits.
Right.
Yeah, but it's actually a male. It's a male
so
person.
maybe.
But maybe I might be up for that too, like just down for video games.
Me too.
Yeah.
Same. I'm still. My answer doesn't change.
I'd probably find one that wanted to watch the game. I'd be like, "Fuck me."
My dad. I would never invite him to come on here and talk to it because it would be fucking too much.
Uh-huh.
I forgot where I was going to go.
Dude, it's a big deal. I remember having reactions like that.
My kids unlocked some sort of Pokemon character in the new Pokemon game and lost their shit over it. I thought they either set the fucking house on fire or killed one another.
It was scary. I was like, what the fuck is that? I never heard that noise coming from upstairs before.
It was like the sound of a baby seal being battered to death.
Dude.
Bludgeoned to death.
You just pissed on their fun, man. You just made a good time bad.
Dude,
You're right.
those fucking. Never mind.
We just had Jane and I just recently had a conversation about appropriate responses, appropriate reactions. She has a friend that's having a hard time at school, and she dropped a bully that she's being bullied. And I was like, well, how's she being bullied? And then like we go through these examples, and I'm like, look, I don't want to be
being a professional bully myself.
No. But I don't want to be the guy that says it's not the bully. You know, it's not a bully. I'm protecting the bully or whatever. But this doesn't sound like bullying to me. And I was like, could it be that your friend is having an inappropriate reaction to the action?
Yeah.
Like, you know, so anyway, like, that just scared the fucking shit out of me.
Yeah. Dude, more reasons for me I couldn't have a kid. I mean, like, that's not even my kid. And I was like, oh, what the fuck happened?
Yeah. All right.
I had
Party pooper.
I had one other thing.
You were saying you don't want your dad to come on here.
But I wanted to ask him a question. It doesn't matter now. It's lost. The moment is lost.
Kids ruin everything.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Adam ruins everything too.
It does.
The show.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. We talked about it earlier.
Okay.
I watch Practical Jokers when I'm on vacation. It's my little fun bit. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, fuck. Almost 2 hours before the news.
Yeah.
Wait, this is a record.
Well, once again, like, we don't have much to talk about, so I kind of.
I mean, we do. We have like 3 pages of notes
I
from Phil.
thought we dumped the
Yeah,
news
but it's so
officially.
much.
Didn't we dump the news?
No. We just shortened it.
Just
If it happens, it happens. But it doesn't have to be
curate it,
there, right?
curate it to the as what we find interesting, I guess.
Dump the requirement. on the news.
I
Maybe
asked
that's
him
what I
earlier. I
mean.
didn't ask you. How do you feel about the quote unquote live action remake of Lion King? Do
You
see-
mean the CGI?
exactly?
Yeah.
It's just
fine.
I don't know why they call it. How do you feel about them calling it a live action remake?
I mean, is it 100% CGI?
That's what I asked.
I'm pretty sure even the background.
Because I'm not
CGI.
sure the backgrounds are CGI or not, or all CGI or whatever.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
I mean, because
If
they're
none of the
Real
characters,
quick, let me read this real quick.
if they're I'm going to answer the question. If there's actors with the dots on their faces on like a set and they digitally put cats on them, I'll give them the live action. I think we're splitting hairs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, because when it comes down to it, how much of any movie is live action anymore, Joe?
I mean, they have live people and makeup.
Sometimes. Sometimes.
Oscar Isaac spoke a little bit about playing Apocalypse recently.
Yeah.
And what he said was, Apocalypse, that was excruciating. I didn't know when I said yes that was going to be what was going to be happening, that I was going to be encased in glue, latex, in a 40-pound suit that I had to wear, and a cooling mechanism at all times. At all times.
Oh, those tubes were like actual functional.
Yeah. That's cool.
I was like, oh, I get to work with these great actors, and I like so much, and couldn't even see them because I couldn't move my head. And I had to sit on a specially designed saddle because that's the only thing I could really sit on. And I would be rolled into the cooling tent in between takes. The cooling tent is crazy. And every time I moved in the rubber, it was plastic squeaking and blah, blah, blah. And then getting off was the worst part because they just had to kind of scrape it off for hours and hours. So that was X-Men Apocalypse.
I have two things to say about that.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
A, does he not know what Apocalypse looked like? I guess.
Right.
He doesn't know. B, fucking Infinity War did or Marvel does the right thing where they take the actor and they CG them, like we were just saying. Like, whatchamacall? Thanos. You know? Or any of Groot's,
Yeah, no, I agree.
Rocket, any of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the people that work with Fox have that sort of, I don't know if it was in the budget, to be quite honest. But I think that
That would have been the way to
I
go.
hate this sort of reporting where it's like, Oscar Isaac lets loose about Age of Apocalypse. It's like, yeah, the makeup was uncomfortable. It's like, well, no fucking shit.
Yeah, that's...
Like, either admit to me that you know this movie's a piece of shit like I do,
Yeah.
or change the fucking headline.
I never went
'Cause,
back.
Apocalypse.
Never went back and watched it again.
Oscar Isaac, uncomfortable in Apocalypse suit. Got it.
Because Bautista is super uncomfortable. We've seen his makeup process and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as bad as Apocalypse, obviously, but
No.
still.
I remember when I was a kid, I used to find it's so funny to say a pack of juicy lips. I don't know why.
Well, he does have some juicy lips.
Yeah.
Did Anthony Adams come up with that?
I can't remember.
I think he did.
He may have.
I think he did.
Should I call him? Let's call him.
Okay.
Who?
Call Anthony Adams.
Calling Anthony Adams.
I hope nobody Googles him.
Yeah,
It'd be tons of them. Good luck.
this is my childhood friend. Like,
Oh, you're still friends with?
yeah, I mean, friendly. Like we don't.
He's
hang-
gonna be like, "What the fuck is this? Why are you
Yeah.
calling me?"
Oh, he definitely gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Is he a nerd still?
No, his nerd tendencies.
Nerd tendencies.
Like he's gonna watch all the Marvel movies, he's gonna watch all the DC movies, he's gonna watch all the Transformer
And he
movies.
thinks Goku can beat Superman.
But you wouldn't know anything else about him being nerdy without him attending those movies and talking to those. Let me relax. I'm getting all these text messages like, "Sup?"
I heard you have tendencies. Oh God.
So, anyway, a pack of juicy lips. The other thing is, the question is this good? Donna Troy's image was just recently revealed for Titans, which is not really what I want to talk about, and it's not really that exciting. It's just a young lady, and she's attractive,
Yeah,
and
she's fine.
she's Donna Troy. What I do want to the only reason why I kept this in there was to talk about this. Have you watched it at all? I heard it's fucking awesome.
I've heard so as well.
Like everybody that I talked to that has seen it has been like, dude, it's the best thing I've seen of DC since The Dark Knight or whatever. Like,
I mean, I feel like I hear that a lot when the TV show first comes out, and then it fucking is
yeah,
the worst thing
that's
ever.
fair.
They said the same shit about
Daredevil.
They said the same thing about.
I don't remember hearing about Gotham. And this
Green
is-
Arrow,
but that may be because I
Flash.
talked to you about it.
Well, Green Arrow season
Supergirl.
Green Arrow season 1 and 2 were good.
Okay.
You know,
And then-
they were,
and
and then
then-
it fucking jumped the shark. Yeah,
That was
Joe.
me. That was me
Joe.
making sound effects.
But yeah,
Petered out.
I don't know. I want to watch it. I want to give it a couple episodes to see
I saw a headline saying Robin is a mass murderer in this show. Is that just a?
It's just he blew up something after, and there's guards and people there. They didn't have enough time to escape.
Yeah. Like the
cares?
like the contractors that were working on the Death Star.
Yeah, yeah.
Plumbing wasn't done yet.
No,
Electric not finished.
they're going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
And then let's see what else we have.
Collateral
Got
damage.
two quick anime news. The new Gundam series is gonna be out.
And Ultraman, right?
Oh yeah, Ultraman. Dude, they're gonna have so much anime and mech shows on Netflix.
Is Ultraman count as a mech show?
The new Ultraman is mechish. I mean, look at him.
He's always looked robotic.
He's an alien. He's the whole race of them. He's not the only one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a whole shit ton of Ultramans.
Oh, what's the put on that?
And Saint Seiya is going to have a CG series in summer of 2019. So maybe some of you guys can get into the line.
Has
And,
anybody
the new Gundam looks great.
Have you watched the Daredevil yet?
No, I haven't finished
You were
making a
there
murder.
a whole week.
Dude, I couldn't. Wi-Fi was trash.
Oh, really?
Yep.
It's always something, isn't it?
No. I wanted to finish making a murderer.
Oh yeah.
I had to wait till I got home.
Did you finish it?
No, I'm like, I got like 2 episodes left.
How's it going?
Fine. I got it. It's like, I feel like there was a lot of people asking for season 2 of this, and I feel like we heard a little bit from that side. Like, there's just not enough.
They were right.
They were right, I think.
Yeah. I mean, the first season was 10 years of material.
Yes, it's like making an album.
Yeah.
The Birds of Prey movie is called Birds of Prey, but Margot Robbie put on Instagram a picture of the script that says Birds of Prey, and then she wrote in the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
And people are speculating as to what that means. I think it's just Margot Robbie having a bit of fun.
Yeah. Well, Harley is supposed to be Batman's new sidekick here soon.
In the comics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, to me, it's just like, there's obvious things to me that come along with these characters when it just seems like a ploy. Like, look, these are the same characters, they've been doing the same things. What can we do to rattle this bag up a little bit for 12 months and then put everything back to normal for you? Like,
I would guess because of how popular she became, this will be a permanent thing.
it could be.
It'll be like Adam Warlock was originally a bad guy and then became a good guy.
The movie might do better with her name in the title.
Maybe. Yeah.
It might, even if they just called it Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, and Catwoman, it might do. Or if it's not Birds of, is that Sirens?
Yeah, it's
So
Sirens.
so it might be like Birds of Prey versus Harley Quinn.
Yeah. Did you ever see that I, Tonya movie with her?
People would be on here like, BOPVHQ. No, but here's the thing about BOPVHQ.
10 hours of discussion.
What were you saying, Tanya Harding? Were you talking about?
Yeah, she did. Margot Robbie did that movie I, Tonya.
Yeah, it's on my Netflix queue.
It looks fucking good.
Yeah, it was up for all sorts of awards and shit.
We watched the preview. Like, man,
Was she Tanya?
this fucking- oh, yes, she was. I saw.
Inappropriate reactions.
No,
We just talked about
I
this.
watched. Daddy's Home 2. I watched it. It's fucking trash. Now, if you like the first one, you'll enjoy it.
This is the Mark Wahlberg.
And Will
Ferrell,
Ferrell
yeah.
and Mel Gibson. But dude, there's this part in it, man. I almost lost bladder control. I laughed so hard. I mean, I am shocked we didn't wake up the kids. Like I had to like stop the movie and finish fucking laughing. It was so good.
Oh, now I want to watch it.
Oh, dude, it is that one scene is so
Worth the whole
fucking
movie?
worth it, man. Oh my god. There's been 2 things here recently. You ever watch Modern Family at all? You know the premise though. Like, anyway, so the son and his husband, like the gay couple, like he's a lawyer, the redhead son, and they're in court one day. And an artist is drawing, because the camera and everything's not allowed in the courtroom. So there's an artist rendition, and this is he's a prosecutor. This is his first image, and they get the image. He looks like a little orange monkey, and they come to find out there's a previous renter, and there's a gay dude who's there, and he's pissed at him. So he's like drawing little pictures of him, and there's this picture of him, man. He looks like this. He looks like a fucked up like a Bilbo Baggins. Dude, it's so fucking funny, man, and like. I lost my fucking shit with that too, man. Some good laughs here recently.
That's all right.
I almost want to bring it up, man. Carry on.
And then the other thing is, real quick, Aquaman to screen early for Amazon Prime members.
Oh, yeah.
If December 21st feels too long to see Aquaman, Early screenings of the Warner Brothers film will be reserved for Prime members on December 15th at more than 1,000 theaters. So we should probably look into that. I think that's interesting marketing, but also I want to bring up, while we're on the subject of Aquaman, is the reviews are coming in and they're saying it's fucking amazing.
Yep.
Seahorses.
Seahorses. They
always
should have put a
seahorses.
fucking seahorse in these things years ago.
Are you gonna get that statue?
No.
It's a fucking Aquaman on the battle seahorse. You wanted it.
No, I want the Hot Toy seahorse. That's great. I want the Hot Toy seahorse.
Oh god.
And I would definitely put him. He might get his own shelf with just him and the seahorse.
It might look ridiculous. It might be too big. It might be like fitting Omega
No, I
Supreme.
would
in
cram it in there like Omega Supreme.
Sideways.
Whoa, calm down. Calm down.
I like it when Laura didn't
excuse-
understand how like
Excuse me, coming through. Excuse me, pardon me. Excuse me, coming through. Did you see it? How should I see it?
when you were like someone fitted Omega Supreme sideways. She was like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah. And that's really it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Gotta go home eating steak.
Shout out to the rest of the cool table, Realm of Collectors, Shattercast Uncut, Beer and Bolters. I have a whole other thing to talk about.
We got more people to talk about.
But fuck, I'll just add to the notes for next week. Actually, no. Let me. There's some things in my nerd week real quick. I want to circle back to just because I put them in.
Save them for next week. Save
They're quick.
them.
They're quick. We have a question in here from someone else that we're going to get to, but all I can think about during watching Making the Murderer, this one thing, the new lawyer that the guy
The female lawyer.
is wearing this like trench coat and fedora in this one scene, and she's got like this like Bell's palsy swag, like really
Yeah.
you know. And I was like, I said, oh my god, and Laura said, what? I said, that's what Biggie would look like if he was white, female, and had Bell's palsy.
All right, that was worth it.
It looked exactly like
That was
Better. All right, so shout out to Plastic Fanatics, Stasis Lock, Toy Detox, and Breaking the Mold, building up to it, and Fresh Communication. Shout out to the rest of the Nerd Rage team, Raul, Philip, Black and Marilyn.
You say Enter the Realm?
Yeah. I said it first, I think. Dante, Manny.
Magic Manny.
Yeah, and I feel like I wanted to say something else, but now I can't remember. But yeah, no, it's all good. I'll see you next week. I'm out.
Screaming vocal cords.
Spitting penises.
Inside out dick player.